You know, we always say, now this thing, we bring crisis. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching about Biafra, opening our eyes about self-determination, how we are marginalized in Nigeria, Igbo politicians, they try to stifle it. They try to sell their own propaganda. Oh, you want to bring crisis? Even the Fulani, no, it's a call for war. It's a call for war. Call for Biafra is call for war. They want to misdirect the argument. That is to hijack our genuine quest, hijack it and turn it into another thing so that it will be rejected. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu insisted. See, he convinced everybody beyond reasonable doubt that the call for Biafra is not the call for war. The same thing that is happening today. When, you know, every Saturday is a day that is dedicated to preaching, talking, or making religious discussions. Some people always say, no, you see, going back to your root, look at is it going back to your root? Look at how they are killing our people. This going back, this Dibia, this and that, native doctors, they are. And I look at these people. There is no way you can do something that is genuine without the enemies trying to hijack it. If you stop, you are gone. They win. It's just like this auto idiots. Where are they today? Do you see what they wanted to do to IPOB? You know, I don't want to digress, but I must speak. What they wanted to do in IPOB, to hijack IPOB. Now, after they scatter everybody. That is what that is their plan. Where is Monday sit at home? They are enforcing. No, they kill our people for Monday sit at home. That how can you be killing the people you say you are protecting, you are fighting for? It's not done. And many of our people don't see the handwriting on the wall. That's when I look at some of our people, I say no. Some we call and say no, leave anything they are doing as long as it's to get Biafra, leave them, just do your own. I said no. Because we are involved. They are caricaturing what we are doing. They are trying to subvert what we are doing. It's not possible. We cannot leave them. We have to direct our people. Today, where are they? They are gone and we are still here. IPOB is still here. Cannot change. You see, other people can come out. Everywhere. Do you remember every time I get even to the extent people, I'm confused. Where are they today? Do you see what it means to be focused? Any person that comes, or a group of people or system that comes to hijack what we are doing, we stay giddy bombs, focused. That is who we are. So when you see people trying to maybe doubt or question this awakening messages of going back to our root, people are using it to to commit crimes. Stop it, you are bringing a religious problem. I said no. If we stop it, then we stop Biafra preaching about Biafra. We stop ESN because people are also using it to commit crimes. That's it. So the remedy of all these things is to be consistent. In some revolutions, let me tell you, it's not every revolutions that are straightforward, that are positive, straightforward. No. Some revolutions will occur, bad guys will hijack that revolution, people's revolution, misdirect it to another side, the negative way. But it is the duty of the wise ones inside there to continue hammering and saying, no, this is not why we died. This is not why we shed our blood. Oh, people die for this revolution. We must get it right. You know, I think we are clapping for the president of Burkina Faso today, aren't we? Because of the wonderful work he's doing. Do you know that at the first time he was not there was a revolution, but he was not the leader. I hope you understand that. The first military coup that even brought him was not even him. They planned everything to them. The person also, that group also tried in order to deviate to their original plan and use it, to sell everything. These other people tried to say, no, this is after, I think, 1 year or some months. They have to strike again, another counter-revolution, because that is not what they agree. That is consistency. He said, no, I'm not part of this. We plan that after we are going to put Burkina Faso on the right path. But these people are, they were still hobnobbing with France, with their enemy. And the second coup took place. Have you forgotten? Okay. Had it been, he said, no, please, people will advise him. In our people now, they know how to advise. Don't do, leave it like that. Let us manage it like that. It doesn't work like that. There will be no gain with no pain. It's impossible. Religion has made us understand, programmed us, foreign religion, to believe that there is miracle things will just happen on its own. One day everything will be okay. Bam! That is what has been deceiving our people into not taking actions on issues that concerns all of us. They believe that, they are prayer warriors. Only now in the shoji we're prayer warriors. You don't have nuclear weapon warriors. You don't have AK-47 warriors. You don't have physical warriors. What you have is prayer warriors. Is it not time you think? Remove yourself from this religious bias mindset that they program all of us in order to be thinking just only inside the cage. If you want to think outside, they say, no, you want to sin against the Holy Spirit. That is why they don't like to engage in arguments, because they don't want to sin against the Holy Spirit. And that is why this man said this thing. I played it. This man, let me play it again. Let me play it again.
Here are 50 is the greatest form of mind control.
Religion is the greatest form of mind control.
Religion is the greatest form of mind control.
It is the greatest form of mind control. This is according to even research scientists. Once you are religious, it's like the same thing as somebody that is addicted to a drug addict. It's the same thing. It is, do you research now? It is scientifically proven. When you see a highly religious bigot, there is no difference between him when they scan the brain. That part of brain that is addiction, that controls addiction, is the same thing with a drug addict. I am telling you, because there is nothing you can tell him. It doesn't bow to this. No. They tell you now reason. Carnal man cannot understand the things of the spirit. He has blocked himself in that cage. That's why we must go there. Without us going there, I know we are just beating about the bush. I'm telling you. I said during the India fight for independence, they asked Mahatma Gandhi, said, look, Oga, this India you are fighting for, who is an Indian? That question brought about crisis in that time. It brought about rearrangement. The largest movement of people in recorded history, more than 20 million people in a country. they readjusted. They moved from, many people moved from their ancestral lands to other places. They readjusted, and more than 2 million people were killed. Only that question, that national discourse. And India came out in 1947 as two countries, to the chagrin of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi said, no, I fought for one India. He was in Pakistan, in Punjab. He talking, saying, no, we have to be one. One had a call, Hindu had call, shot him to pieces, killed him, said, no, you have done your job. You cannot hold us hostage. Otherwise, with your influence, India will go the wrong way. And today, they are thankful of, many Indians are thankful of him. So I say, without pain, there will be no gain. When we continue being afraid of problems, causing problems. Why did we fight this criminality? For how many years? Going to 4 years now. Since 2021, Nigerian government unleashed all kinds of criminality in our land using ESN name. Did it make us to stop? We continue fighting, enlightening our people that no, this is not IPOB. This is not ESN. ESN can never kill the people, Biafrans, that we are protected. These are here in our land. And finally, our people, most of our people understand. The autopilot criminals, they are gone. They disbanded their destiny. That is how they would have done IPOB had it been they are in charge. Had it been they blackmailed the leadership of IPOB, the DOS, into submission. By now, there will be later, they will say, just like as they wrote official letter. They wrote official letter circulating that there is nothing like government in exile. They would have said that. They would have written that. In the case of IPOB, say no more IPOB, please. And the Nigerian media will, they will do fiesta. In Italian, we say fiesta. They will carry it every minute that IPOB has been disbanded, and that is it. Our people are confused now. Talk less of something like this. They use it as excuse. Mazi because IPOB remains intact and it is the last line of our defense. That is the reality about it. Therefore, there is no going back in anything we preach. It doesn't matter. People will come to hijack it. Either selfish interests, people with devilish and selfish interests, they will hijack what we are doing, use the name in order to go about their personal business. Because our people, once it comes to ego, remember Obasanjo is a person that ended the war. You had it. It's not about the firepower of Nigerian military. Never. Obasanjo, I'm talking of Obasanjo. I say Obasanjo is more dangerous to us Biafrans than even go on. Since I observed that man, since I understood what he did, he is the person that ended that war. He splashed money. People don't understand. Think it's you see Obasanjo? Do you see your OBJ Obasanjo? You are calling Baba. To the extent Obasanjo is making mouth. I use Igbo to kill Igbo. When they replace him replace Adekunle with him, is it amphibious this thing? He now interacted and saw that Igbo people can be bought with money. He went back to Gowon. He sent a message to Gowon. Say, look, we are wasting time, firing gun. Bring money. Let me end this war. Bring anything I take. Just do it. Trust me. Just do it. They give him money. Gowon unleashed money on Obasanjo. Obasanjo used money. If he go, he will send a message, secret message. He will corner commanders, corner some of our generals and captains. Promise them heaven and earth. Give them money. Say, you people are suffering. What are you fighting? You throw down your weapon, and after the war, you become this, you become that. That is how they started sabotaging everything. Ojukwu has no other way than when you see that people are no longer even obeying some orders. Commanders started lying. When you tell them move, go and they started sabotaging. One came out, what will he do? He have to find his way. It's Obasanjo that ended the war. It's not because of their powerful military. No. You see, they have been the Nigerian military have confirmed it. The people that fought, it's what we knew. They have been saying it that Obasanjo is more dangerous to us, to Ndibo, than Gowon. People don't understand. He said no. During his time, he appointed our sister Okonji-Iweala. He appointed this. He appointed the woman. Let me tell you. You see, fear somebody that is hypocritical more than some. You see. If say I give credit or you say liking. Let me put it like this. It is better I like somebody like Buhari than Obasanjo, because Buhari is Hoha. He doesn't hide his own. I am telling you. He doesn't hide his hatred to us. So you can know that this one hate us. Now you know countermeasure to deal with it. But Obasanjo will come and say, he will come and say, love you. Oh, why? But he hates you more than even Buhari. At the back, he will be saying, don't worry, I know how to deal with these people. Don't worry. These are more dangerous people. Very, very more dangerous. I love it when you tell me, Hoha, I hate you. And you are showing it to me. I love it. Now I take my precautions. But when you come, you pretend that, without me, you cannot live. And I'll give you the whole confidence. Which one is worst? So what am I trying to say? It is high time we understand that in this revolution, because Biafra agitation for restoration of Biafra is a revolution. It's our revolution, just like American war against colonization. Now that is the independence war. They call it revolution till today. So our quest for Biafra restoration is a revolution. So know ye that many people will come. Things they will hijack what we are doing genuinely. They will hijack what we are preaching. When we say go back to our roots, you see some people that say, okay, now we are going back to our say, now going back to our roots now. That is not what we are preaching. In this world of today, going back to our roots is our omenala. Allah is what joins us together. All those good things our ancestors did, we should have, innovated, continued and innovated. Although I will not preempt, because today, on today's topic, I put it in today's discussion. The topic says religion and character molding. So, let me not preempt, please. Let me just see whether, though I'm a bit late, but let me see whether I can go on just one or two news headlines, please. Nnamdi Kanu's case, today's news, yes. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has been reassigned to another judge in Federal High Court, of course. We are not, this is today's news. Everybody, I know most people have seen it. It's not that this judge will give justice. No. It's not that the other judge, no. But it's about standing on what you say and what you believe. Standing on the right thing. Because as the other judge has recused herself. Why? What is she doing again? She is biased. What is she doing? At least for record purposes. So it is a good thing. Although it's not that we are expecting any good thing to come out, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's liberation is not about the judge, about this and that. All those things are normal, formality. It's for formality. But it's about our activism, for your information. It's about IPOB activism. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there for any other thing. It's not. He's there for as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra that has been asking for self-determination. That is it. He's not there because he is a Kanu. No. That is it. So it's not that we are, happy that this one will give justice. No, we don't trust no single Nigerian judge. But at least, as this one has recused herself, let it be. Let it be, and let another person be there. That is it. It's not that we have any kind of hope. No, we don't trust any Nigerian. That is a quagmire. Nigerian system is a quagmire. You see, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was trying to make statements say something to the press during the last court outing, they tried to prevent him. No way. The television crew that wanted to come, they prevented them from coming near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To the extent, as he was still talking, they now cut the electricity. do you see how desperate they are? So, we are not expecting anything new from the Nigerian system. All we know is that we must continue. I know IPOB, they thought if they tell you how much the Nigerian government is spending in order to stop IPOB, but we are still here. They made plans of assassinating IPOB principal officers, the DOS and all principal officers everywhere, of which we know. Anything they plan, we know it. Because we have Hausa people there in high rank, northerners, in northern high ranking officials in Aso Rock. They love what we are doing, but they cannot express it openly. They love it. We have many people. So immediately they plan something, immediately IPOB will have it. Under few minutes, it's under your IPOB leadership table. They are Nigerian. The next plan is they planned it. Anyhow, they can assassinate the DOS and all other principal officers anywhere we are in the world. They thought that is easy. we are Biafrans, for your information. So, what am I trying to say? We are not saying we are not being happy that they will give us justice. They will give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. But at least, this thing has been done. At least that woman has been, removed. Let another person come. Let us see how, because we know that all of them, the Nigerian system, shit hole now, we know. So it is our activism that will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. We must continue. We must continue. We must continue. Why am I this? Okay. Anambra Governor Soludo bans loud preaching in markets, impose 500,000 fine, begins crackdown on fake pastors. Yes, this is what we clamor. As a governor, you have to balance everything. Fight crime. Don't give it a name. The crime. Don't give any crime any color. That is for only churches or is for only native doctors. No. Crime is crime. So, all these things that are people that are leading people to commit crimes, to do things, just stop them. Make law. It is the system, the government controls churches. It's not vice versa. Are you hearing me? That is it. So, it's okay. Any nuisance, whether from pastors or from native doctors who now work with this and that, the crackdown must continue. But the only thing is this: there is a fine line our people should understand, of which anything that is being done, any good thing, it must be hijacked. You know, I said it here, and it's everywhere. You see the statement of go back to your state. Even it should be criminalized in our land. If you have somebody, I don't know, I have some static noise. I'm checking where it's coming from. So we must continue before it takes please let me see. So we must continue. As I was saying, every good thing, good policy, there must be the hijackers, but the belly people. Now, because you are talking to millions of people. To control human being is not easy. That's one thing our people should understand. It is not easy. So anything must be, there must be, some people must hijack it in order to interpret it their own way, to use it their own way. Do you see this statement of when you see somebody, you say, you cannot be in our state, be doing this, go back to your state. This type of statement should be banned in Igbo land, in Biafra land. Anywhere you are must be, you must be under the law of that place. You will have the rights as a citizen. Because, I used to say, he who lives on glass houses does not throw stones. We cannot be crying. We cannot be crying when others are doing us while we are doing it to ourselves. This is very bad. When they tell you, go back to your land from Lagos, now you start crying. Say, why are you telling, no, is it not one Nigeria? But in Igbo land, you see somebody in your village. It's not that it's you confirm any criminal activity he has done, and you start using that statement. Go back to Abia. It's very wrong and should be condemned by all and sundry. Because everybody lives everywhere in our land. this statement is not something that should be tolerated anywhere. If you see somebody that commits crime, hand him anywhere. Let him face the full wrath of the law of the place. There's no problem about it. But using stereotyping every day, telling him go back to your place. Because maybe as you are here, you can commit crime. You never do anything. But you see, go back to your state. This should be condemned. You know, politicians in our land, they know how to bring confusion. That is all. That is all they know how to do. Confusion. So that we'll be fighting ourselves while they are busy looting everybody. So we must continue. Let me read here. He said, gunmen kidnap two others, demand 60 million naira ransom. He's in Kogyo, so it's not a ESN. It's not in ESN. But if it's in our land, then we conclude. I don't know who they call it. Now it's gunmen. This is what we are fighting. And that is why we are prepared. We are prepared. When it doesn't matter the blackmail. We are prepared. We are ready. And they know. The Nigerian government, they know that. They have tried. Do you know how many billions of dollars they have spent on blackmail? They pay media houses billions in order to blackmail us. In order to they pay criminals. They allow them to do anything. Say, use IPOB name, use ESN name. Just leave us. Once you call, you kidnap, say you are IPOB. And they are doing it. And what happened? We are still here. Another news says gunmen abduct 7 persons in fresh attack in Kaduna State. The same old story. Gunmen. These are Fulani terrorists. These are Fulani terrorists, but they call them gunmen. Okay. Now let me go direct to the topic of our submission, or my submission today, please. Let me go direct to the topic of my submission today. Before that, I saw, even I put it on my timeline. Our people in Ngokbala, Ndebo, help. Our people in the road, on the road, being blocked by Fulani headsmen, according to them. Hey, now what is happening here? Is and you see big men, young boys, here now. And do you know what? A harmful women have been protesting. It doesn't concern them. It didn't concern them. Nobody didn't notice it. let me put it a bit. Just let me put it. Problem. I see no problem. Why road? Why has man kind of as in keep as well? Why hand out as well? Why hand out as well? Why hand out as well? Knows of Bala. Knows of Bala. Hannah was going to direct to knows of Bala. The was why Hebrew passengers, but you more here. My name is Bala. Cow today, being 7th of March. Can name a life in Obala. You see the stupidity of our people. Look at where they are stranded. They are going to their businesses. They are going to their businesses. Are you hearing me? Now, whereas these women, sorry, I don't know what is happening to my microphone. It's using why? But I know my voice is coming out. I will take it later. Now, as I was saying, these people, this is in Imo State, Ngokpala Road, going to Aba. You see them line up. That protest they didn't want. That time they don't want. Time is money. Now it's being wasted on the road. You know, I said it the other day. A harm of women, not even the whole of Enugu, only a harm of, they have been protesting. He never touch any other people. He never touch other women in Biafra land. He never touch other people in Enugu. He didn't touch people in Imo. To just look, this the fight, these people, these women are engaged is the right fight. Let us join them in solidarity and do it in our land. No, Igbo man will not do it. But you see the same Fulani headsmen, they say they block the road in Imo. If they see a car, they block the road and carry passengers as they used to do. Carry the whole passengers, they kill some and carry passengers and enter into the bush, our own bush. And you see able-bodied men and women standing, lamenting. What do you call this type of people? No, tell me. You tell these people that you tell them, say, look, IPOB have been calling, support the IPOB financially so that we can, if these people come, every market in Biafra land, they organize secretly, be contributing money for ESN. Do you know how long the thing will go? If every market in Biafra land, big markets, if they organize themselves, say, look, you know, each shop I will go to 200 naira. 100. Okay, let me say 100 naira. Yeah, we go. Ya dapo na akpage. Enwero ihe owo. Ego igenye onye na ya ayo. Onye ba abe ya nla. Even you got the 100,000. I mean 100 naira. Mana let's say, can you know 100 naira? Area na secretly no onye ona na 100 naira. Every shop turn 100 naira every month. For our security. They will no, they will not. They can I do a question. 100 naira 100 naira in 10 months. Yeah, you get 1,000 naira only 10 months. I'm not there like that. Now gather any I support to send na the IPOB because we're in a because here name na obodai, here name na lie. Ndị Igbo makwa na otechi eme ihe nzuzo. Ofu onye ga-abịa buputere ihe niile sị even were ya ga nana favor. Ofu onye ga-eji ya ga nana favor. Nna ya makwa ihe na-aga ọ ga report ọrụ Nigerian military ka abịa chụpụ that market head ka emezie ya ọchịchị. M na-ekwu ya it's things that are happening now. That is why I'm not all these things. Our people. I don't even lose any sleep on it any longer. Because you lose your sleep, you die prematurely. Because in that look at watch around the car here. You're on the road. Now what is happening now? You ask him, he don't know what to do. He cannot join. He cannot support. Only is going his business. Those people that were kidnapped now, they have gone. When you tell our people, come, let us plan ahead. This kind of thing that is happening, let us plan to save ourselves. Hey, Fonya say, who born you? Who are you? I beg. Didn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, didn't the World Igbo Congress do it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 2015? Are you forgetting? Maybe some of those people that question Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started talking rubbish. Maybe some of their siblings are being killed by headsmen today, if they can talk the truth. Maybe some of their siblings at home, might have been victims in one way or the other to Fulani herdsmen. Ndị be anyị na-agba ọsọ mgbe ogede mbana mgbe bidoro bụ isi onye ọwụ na wholesale so that everywhere not again that time ha bịa jụwazi nna ka ihe anyị ga-eme now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu si msi ọnọ ntọ onye ọ ga-asị ndị Igbo, and I support him. Because ndị Igbo if not ndị azọpụtara for the sake of the chosen. Let me put it like that. Otherwise, but we must continue. So you see these people, whereas our women in a harmful day were, protesting, suffering themselves, no help from anybody. Every other part of Biafra land we are going about their businesses. As it's happening, others will be going about their businesses because it doesn't concern you. But you might be victim. Whether you are, because we are everywhere, you are rolling around. One day you become victim and you start shouting. It's better for you. The best thing you can do is to support IPOB. Support IPOB. It doesn't mean that you must be a member of IPOB to support IPOB financially. You can make calls, secret calls, private calls to ask. How can I go to actually donate $20,000, please? Actually donate here to IPOB, support ESN. How can I'll connect direct to the leadership immediately or there wait okay. And when conference call immediately I'll go to think on air now every day we'll be doing it. That the same thing. So you must not be an IPOB member in order to support what we are doing, because you're Biafran. Only that we are championing the thing. That is it. It's like I see it as destiny. You understand? So that is the thing. So let me go direct. As I said, today's topic being the 8th day of March 2025, and as I'm talking, I think my voice will be coming out on CHK 102.1 in Enugu axis, because I think our radio there is on Enugu axis. When the line opens, please, you can call from there. You can confirm from there that you are listening via 102.1 in Enugu axis. As I said, today being Saturday is a day that is dedicated to religious discussions, and the topic of my discussion today is religion and character molding. Religion and character molding. You see the reason why. Let me start, in a calm way, with calm voice. The reason why we must continue talking about religion is it has molded our character in a wrong way. Are you hearing me? The imported religion I'm talking about, the European religion, it molded our character in a wrong way. It was brought by the colonizers to do this job. There is a tool. Remember that religion is a tool for colonization. It's a tool. It's one of the main tools of colonization, and that is why India they rejected it. Though they were colonized, but they rejected the religion. Are you hearing me? It's a fact. They rejected it. They rejected European religion and continued on their own. They rejected their language. They selected things. Rejecting it is not simple for your information, because there are remunerations, there are money that goes with it, with accepting it. There are different things, but they made sure to reject it, and they rejected it. But we that accepted everything, they craftily, They smartly used religion to mold our character. They saw that we are lions. Remember Kumeku warriors. When you come to the history of resistance against colonialism, Kumeku warriors is number one. You go to Kenya, you will see the Mau Mau militias. They also in Kenya. They also did something wonderful. They resisted. So they saw that these people, they are lions. We need to tend them. They use religion. You know, it's a soft weapon, very soft. And today they turned us into chicken, into sheep's lamb. That is why our people are like I played before. They are herdsmen can areas now. Now wow, government come and help us. Now wow. Now they carry 20 people enter bush. They have killed many there. You know, lamb is like that. If you are a shepherd and you have 200 sheep, you take one, you slaughter that one in front of all the sheep. You didn't tie them. They are watching you. Their brother will, their lamb brother, their sheep brother will cry in pain, and his head will go off. The others will be watching moon. When you finish, you go carry another one. You slaughter. They will not do nothing. That is how they have used religion to program us. So that we are watching, we become lizard. You cannot talk, you cannot do anything, just watching. This is what we are trying to reverse. It's not easy. Because taming us also was not easy for them, for your information. So, reversing for us to be going back to our roots, it is not an easy task. Because we want to kaila ire aura. When you wear ishiagon, do you think that it came just out of a blue or just like that? It is our emblem. It is who we. It portrays who we are. That I wagon, but Ozi Ndibo now. Do you know that if any of our ancestors that maybe 200 years back, that lived 200 years back, if he rose up from death and saw the situation of Ndibo, he will even run back to death. I'm telling you. He will say, no, these are not my people. Before I die, we are lions. No, these are not our descendants. Do you know that? Imagine an ancestor that maybe died since 200 years back, rose up from death, from the grave, and given the opportunity, he saw how Igbo people are behaving today, how we no longer fight, how we no longer care for each other. He will run back to grave and say, no, I came in a wrong place. This is not my people. These are not my people. I'm telling you honestly, because Britain, the Europeans, they smartly did something very terrible to us using religion. There's a very smart set of people. Are you hearing me? They tried doing it in Asia, but they resisted them. Let me play this clip also, which I've been playing. Let me play it again for you to understand. Let me play it.
This saying that Nigerians and Indians were both colonized by the British. But the Indians rejected the British culture. They rejected the British religion. They rejected the British food. They rejected the British way of doing things and hold on to the British technology. You know, and then we have the Nigerians, that is us Africans, accepted the British culture, the British dress code, the British food, the British every religion, and rejected the British technology. Now that is where the Indians are the most advanced. They don't need to speak English to make a cell phone. But me and you are colonized to believe that the more you speak a better English,
You can clean it.
you are intelligent. But a perfect English is not a mark of intelligence. A mark of linguistic ability. You are able to speak. I speak 14 languages. I speak Swahili. I speak Spedi. I speak Xhosa, your language. I speak 14 languages. You understand? It doesn't necessarily make me intelligent. It makes me a linguistic. But we were colonized to believe that because you speak a perfect English, therefore you are intelligent. But how many perfect English speakers among us invented anything?
Do you see what I'm talking? Indians, they selected what to take. That is why when you see any of us or any of our people that is arguing that, look, Christianity brought development in our land, they brought this and that. Before I used to be annoyed, but please don't be annoyed. Call him, bring him down and lecture him, please. With Obiumala. So that, because conviction is the best teacher to convince you other than fighting. Are you hearing me? India, they did not take if for example British religion brought development in our land, why is India more developed whereas they rejected British religion? Is it not a common sense? It's a question that there are things, the only problem I have with them is that they don't sit down to discuss with you so that I learn from them, you learn from me, I learn from you. That is the most problematic. If they will just come and talk and go their way wrong, because for them doing debate to learn is blasphemy, according to what this man said. Is blasphemy, because religion will not allow you. Religion, when I talk of religion, foreign religion imposed on you. When foreigners came to your land and imposed something, imposition, it is for a purpose. Are you hearing me? It is for a purpose, and it is for their own benefit. Something that is so good for us, they will not impose it. They will sell it, they will make it high, they will sell it heavy amount of money so that they will not even expose it to us. But something that they come and give to you free, accept Jesus as your Lord, and very easy. You know that there is a motive there. I will come to that, but listen again what I play. Let me replay it. Listen.
Is the greatest form of religion is the greatest form of mind control ever.
Religion is the greatest form of mind control ever invented. Religion is the greatest form of mind control ever invented, which means it's somebody, human being, that invented it.
Here are 15. Religion is the greatest form of mind control ever invented. Once you accept a religious story, belief system, and it is unquestionable.
It is unquestionable. That is where religion is the greatest form of mind control. Religion is the greatest form of mind control. Once you accept that religious story, it is unquestionable. Because are you questioning God? That is it. That is where they tie you. Now, you don't question, because if you question, you commit a blasphemy. It is sin against the Holy Spirit. So, who are you to question God? Do you see? These people are smart. Continue listening.
This is how it is. You deny yourself vast areas of potential knowledge, awareness, research, investigation, enlightenment.
Once you believe in this religion or religious stories, you continue acting like what the religious stories. Continue acting like that. You deny yourself vast area of knowledge and research and investigation and enlightenment. Because all those places you cannot go there. If you want to query, you say no. It's God. So don't question God. Once you hear God, you will go down, you will come down. Are you questioning? Who are you to question God? So it limits your ability to act as a human being. Do you see that? You see what I'm saying? That is religion for you.
All those areas that you will not go into, because if you do, your religious belief system comes under threat.
If you start questioning, you say these are things that happen to us, I experience it. Immediately you start questioning rationally about all those beliefs and stories. Your religious belief system comes under threat. That is the time they will notice you in the church and say, one Nordic Satan is rising up in you. Why are you going all this question? How can you question God? Don't you know that there are things that are mystery? It is for God. So, once you are going that side, in order to widen your scope, your knowledge, your religious belief comes under threat. So, there are two things. You can never serve two masters at a time. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The other time, I think last month, I talked about comparison between European Christians and Nigerian Christians who are practicing what is written in the Bible, really. Which is, I prove it, is Nigerians, because I quoted many things. It's what Nigerian Christians are doing. So you don't blame them. It's what they saw in the Bible. But the Europeans, for them to advance, they must do what? They must remove themselves from practicing all those things. Do you see that? All those things that are written, that controls you, that you quote, Europeans they are no longer interested on it. They have removed their minds from it. So they advance as human beings. Whereas you, that all those things that are guiding, the book of this say, let us read Psalm 23. Once you read it, you become powerful. No. It makes you now become lazy. That is religion as character molding. They have used it to mold our character, and it is working. It is real. Because religion makes you, when I talk about religion, because some people will bring an argument. They will say, what about our Omenala? Yes, I say yes. Yes. When I talk about religion, foreign, if you must be religious or accept a religion, let it be your traditional, your local religion. It is more better. You can advance, because you can advance. When I mean you, I mean a people, the collectivity, the nation, the people like Biafrans. We can advance more using our local traditional way of doing things. Call it religion, call it our tradition and culture. That is it, because that is who we are. We are not answerable to any outside force. But once we are answerable religiously to outside influence, that is a catastrophe. After all, you see, in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, all the Kuwait, where Islam originated, They are progressing. They are advancing because it is their thing. You know, I preached here several times about the Arab Spring, the Nahda, in the early 19th century. That is 18 something. The early 19th century. The Arabs, they rose up. They said no. Another heading through another person's civilization. We must go back to our roots. The Arabs went back to their roots. Go and make your researches. Study about the Nahda. They call it Nahda. That is the Arab awakening. N-A-H-D-A. That is the Arabic word for awakening. The Arab awakening. That is why, yes, they are using their own tradition because Islam becomes their tradition. But in Nigeria that imported Islam in northern part, you see Almajiri everywhere. You see how poor they are, and they continue. They love it to be poor. You go to Saudi Arabia. Do you see any Almajiri begging? The answer is no. You go to Kuwait. Do you see any Almajiri begging? The answer is no. You don't see. Do you see the thing? Or do you see it? So it is better for you or for us to imbibe in our roots, because it will make us. It is something that galvanized our ancestors, and we must grow through it. The Japanese did the same thing. I will come to that. They did the same thing, and they are progressing today. Japan is a traditional society of Shinto Buddhism. They have shrines everywhere. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They have shrines everywhere in Japan, or Japan of today, 21st century. They burn incense. They burn different things. They do sacrifice in Japan. Are you hearing what I'm today? Not yesterday, today. Today, the ancestors, they revere the ancestors. One of the problems they have with the Jesuits, that is the early missionaries in Japan in 15th century, was what? When they were preaching that, they asked them, you know, they are wise. They asked the missionaries, but our ancestors didn't see. You are talking of hellfire and heaven. We never hear this before. How do you know? Our ancestors that died, good people that fought, that made us to be alive today. Are you telling me that they will be, because they didn't believe in Jesus, they will go to hell? Is that what that thing brought? These people, that thing brought confusion, brought problem with them. They said, no, don't tell us this. Don't tell us this. To hell with that your religion. Are you hearing me? But we now, they have programmed us. It's very big pity. They turned a whole lion into a sheep. That's why we are Igbos can beg. Biafran politicians, everything they beg the Nigerian government, because I China church, I got you everywhere. I own a government, you're we beg. Because that is what has been programmed in our head, the using religion. It's very dangerous.
So what you do instead is you say, if you go into those areas, that's blaspheming. The idea that we are an expression of infinite awareness is blaspheming, because they don't want you going into those areas.
They don't want you to ask questions, some different questions. They don't want you to go into those areas. They want you to be where they put you to be. You'll be going around and around where they program you to be. Now, they don't want you ask questions. No, don't ask questions. Oh, okay, God created Adam and Eve. A born Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Now, Cain went to the city of Nod to marry. Who created those people? No. Do you know, why are you questioning God? It's God now, so a carnal man cannot understand the things of the spirit. Brother, don't go there. Don't go there. It's God that knows everything. So, I'll cover higher, and you still remain in ignorance. Because that is what religion is all about. Foreign religion. They use it. Look at our people. I saw somebody, not even one person, they inboxed me about our people, Ndi Igbo. Mostly, I think from Enugu. Ụmụ Igbo wụcha ndị na-akpụ isi n'ala today. Ha na-ekwu Ramadan Mabruk or Ramadan Mubarak. My name is Abdullahi Chinonso. Ramadan Mubarak. My name is Fatima Haruna Ngozeka. Chinekele. Freedom of worship. If you meet them asking now, they need why are you disturbing them? Yeah, on this Biafra restoration, I got even generations coming. We see in Ketro Biati now. Rokomazi Peters. I who's in Ketro Biati now. Do you see all these people that they have used money and everything and the position in order to buy them to convert, and they force them? They are going with their families. Do you think that if there is a fight between Fulani and Biafran, do you think that they will fight for us? Do you see the danger of religion? This is what happened in Congo in 15th century. King Mvemba Nzinga of Congo, when the Portuguese first arrived there, he saw them and said, these people, they have Unshib, they have cannon. So they told him, you can do this, you can if you change and become a Christian. Now he changed, thinking that when he changed, everything would be okay, he will be developed. He changed and invited the missionaries. The first place in Africa to be Christianized is in Congo. Now, I ask you, the Congo today, are they progressing? No, tell me, are they developing? The answer is no. When this man saw that it's not what he thought, it's too late for him, because they have converted most of the people. Now he declared war, because they were now, instead of bringing development, they were taking slaves, buying more slaves and slaves, bringing criminals to treat Congolese like shit. The king now said no. He wrote a letter to Pope, complaining, this is not what I envisaged. I thought we are brothers in Christ. Who mind him? By that time, they have converted many of the population. Do you know when this guy, King, because he changed his name to Alfonso, when he can no longer bear this thing, the maltreatment of the Portuguese, he declared, because they are now coming, they were exploiting everything from Congo since 1457 till today. The man declared war, said no, we must. Do you know what happened? As Alfonso declared war, they used the Portuguese missionaries, the Portuguese government, they used the missionaries to twist the brains of the Congolese. They tell them that devil have entered your kingdom, so he's fighting against we, the sons of God. Who are you? Are you going to fight for God or fight for Satan? They say we are fighting for God. They say, oh yeah, come. They joined the white people to fight against their king and conquer themselves for the white people. Do you know why I'm saying this? All these Igbos that are converting to Islam, we never liberate ourselves from the first colonization. They are entering second one, which is far, far more dangerous. Now, if there is a fight, do you think that these people will defend our interests? Because the Fulani that converted them we twist their brain, say, you remember, we are brothers. We are brothers in Allah. So how are you? These people are infidel. The same thing that Ottoman Danfodio used, the same slogan that Ottoman Danfodio used to conquer the Hausas. That is the danger of religion. Do you see that? Your brother will side a foreigner to kill you, calling you an unbeliever. This thing I preach here is so deep. I'm telling you, it's very, very deep. That is why our own thing is our own thing. It doesn't matter, it's not perfect, but we are human beings that should make it perfect. Remember, Henry Ford built it. If you see the first car of even Mercedes, you cannot imagine that it can transform today into the type of G-Wagon and CLK we are seeing today. He built this car, I think 200 years back, 18 something. He built it like Boris, like Ajagrigwe. But they continue innovating, continue modelizing, adding different things from year to year, from time to time, until what you are seeing today. So it is the same thing. Our culture and tradition, it doesn't matter how imperfect it is we human beings that can continue, the generation continue ameliorating, bettering things, perfecting things, as you are seeing that, okay, you are doing in our charge with Obara Okoko. It is not something that you must be dirty. You know, these are things that we take control. Let me tell you something. Do you know that according to report, River Ganges of India, sometimes it became the highest polluted river, artificially polluted. Do you know the cause of the pollution? Their sacrifice, Indian sacrifice in River Ganges, because they are Hindus. Last month or last 2 months, they held the Hindu program there in River Ganges, where that saw the coming of more than between 400 and 450 million people that gathered in the river. Do you know that they do sacrifice there in that river every blessed hour? Minute. You know that? If they burn, sometimes if they incinerate, they burn dead body, because they don't bury. The Hindus, they burn their dead corpses. They incinerate, sometimes they pour some of the ashes in the river. Do you know that? With the time they were, I was listening, following last 2 months when they were holding their festival, Hindu festival, that saw the largest congregation of humanity in one place, in River Ganges. Now, they asked the Indian minister of, I think, minister of Guinea, that is in charge, one minister, Indian minister, that was in charge of something of sort. They told him, the interviewer asked him, say, look, Ganges has become the most polluted river on earth. How are you taking, because environmentalists are clamoring against it. How are you doing? The man said, this is our custom. We have taken precautions to clean up all these things from time to time, that Ganges river is clean. He told him the precautions they take. You understand? So you cannot, because of maybe one thing or the other, now you completely condemn and discard your tradition. It's not done by human beings. It shouldn't be. There must be a way to control it. There must be a way. That is why there is government. But in Nigeria, we don't have government. That is the problem we have. Anything they want to do, they will just do it raw, crude, without minding anything. They don't care about the sensitivity. They don't care about respecting people's way of tradition. No. Once it comes to our land, they don't care. Where they care is in the north, mostly, and even in the southwest. That's it. Are you hearing me? So when you are talking of polluting the rivers, there must be a way in order to curb this, make laws and fines and all this. Absolutely, have made law, say they will fine any person that they see preaching in marketplaces. Now they will find you because you are making noise. President Kagame of Rwanda, he did it. He closed more than 8,000 churches, shrines, and mosques, and now he started vetting them. Do you see how things work? That is how to control things. Are you hearing me? So, what am I trying to say? Now, when you compare in Congo, the Congolese king Mvemba Nzinga, that Christianized the Congo, his kingdom, as early as 15th century. To the extent even he built many churches, so much churches in his kingdom, in the cities, that they call it the city of bells. He changed his name thinking that it will bring development and advancement like the Europeans. But is Congo developed? But what about Japanese that pursued the foreign religion, killed them, executed them? When you study the history how Japanese persecuted Christians in Japan in the 15th century, it makes you laugh. I'm telling you, they will carry 50 people, 100 people, say you are Christians, and you are preaching about the one man that was crucified on the cross. They will build a cross and start crucifying them before God and man. You study deep, you start understanding this. Say, They say, okay. And they'll kill them with spear. Now you benakoko. So okay, let us see. Is Japan not developed today? Japan and Congo, which one is better? No. If they tell you go to Japan and go to Congo, which one will you go? Which one is better today? Which one is more developed? The one that accepted the European virus, the European religion, and the one that stopped it and banned it. Which one? We must continue. As I was saying, religion and character molding. The primary unit of character molding is the family. The primary unit of character molding is the family. That is it. The family. That is number one. The primary unit of character molding. That is the family. That is the family, the first thing. That is why, do you know, in America, I'm just digressing, they destroyed a black man family in America. They destroyed the family system. They know that it is not good, for it will destroy the black race. When you see children being raised by single mothers in America, before you know, you become a drug addict. These are agendas. These are ways they use in copying the black race in America. Because they know that we black people, we Africans, they know that the CIA knew that we Africans, our goodness starts from the family. That's why even today, they give more power to Omowai. And when you see our people in Kekazi America, ya bidozie iga honye or nurubekwe 1 year ya bidozie, they no longer have respect to the husband. Onye popotara in America, they no longer have respect because of having in a system. Before you know, or chopo dia warambo go through mortgage, or boy can say my husband is beating me. Very bad thing, very notorious bad thing. Before you know, you are a single mother. Check our people in America and mostly America and England. Check our women. Many of them are single. You tell your single mother. Ask you, how are you single? Why are you single mother? I don't want to digress, please. I'm not being disrespectful, but we have to say things. Because how are you? Because you will see an India family, they remain intact. It doesn't matter, they are in America, they don't care. You will see Arabs do the same thing. They remain family intact. They respect their tradition. It doesn't matter where they are. But they got before you know it, because once he pursue his husband, he will be receiving money as a single mother. That is the thing. So let me continue. And after he will raise his child, he raised a child. Let me tell you something. Why now? I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is fact. Mostly without the presence of man on the Nyensobu. For your information, I'm not saying in every cases, but in most cases on the Nyensobu. Now, the primary unit of character molding is the family. Once a new religion is introduced, it affects the family. The family can thereafter transform the component siblings to behave according to the dictates of the new religion. This in turn affects the community and the society. It's what happened to us when this religion started busting in mostly in the 80s. Our people, our fathers made mistake. They leave their wives, that is our mothers. They now come why and now leave them why. They don't know that these people, they know what they are doing. Before you know, the mother will be going and carrying the children. The father goes to work and looking for what to provide for the family. He didn't even know. The mother will be carrying the child. Before you know everything, the family will be problematic. Before you know, they because they know how to manipulate. These pastors now will be telling the woman that the husband, Satan can use him. They will be manipulating the woman with the children. Pressure will be in the family against the man, because what man wants is peace in the family. If he don't follow, go to that church. Before you know, they woo him. He come. Oh, church remain alive. Am I explaining something that is new? No, all of us know it. Before you know, the man follow, because he want peace. That's why today he was mother got charge you for only the 80 years, 80 something years. You got you for Jesus. I don't even buy. Because we didn't have this foresight. The Japanese have it. I will explain a little bit about the Japanese later. Let me continue. Now, before the introduction of Christianity in Igbo land in 1857 of yesterday, our ancestors shared a common market and meeting places, a guardian deity, and ancestral cults that supported a tradition of descent from a common ancestor or group of ancestors. That is what binds us together. We are enjoying communion as a people. We are one people. We have a common shared market system which still exists today for Nko Eken Ori. And we have meeting places, Nama, and we have a guardian deity. When people hear about deity, God is deity. G-O-D is also deity. We have Chuku and ancestral cults that supported a tradition of descent from a common ancestor or group of ancestors. This is what made us to be the same people. We were galvanized together with this tradition. But lo and behold, all of a sudden they came from nowhere and start preaching to us that all these things are evil, and we fell into the trap. We have our revered festivals, including masquerade and other ceremonies, which bind us together as a people. When the European religion was introduced, it demonized most of these ceremonies and festivals that bound us together. This is the origin of things falling apart in our nation. They pierced, they severed the umbilical cord, according to Chinua Achebe, and then things fell apart in our land. A brother started seeing his fellow brother as an unbeliever. This is very sad. It's what happened to us. It's our story. We must tell it. It's our story. Because healing can never start until you go to the start, to the cause, to the foundation of the soul. That is it. Traditional Igbo religion includes belief in an almighty creator God we call Chi Ukwu. Chi Ukwu. That is the almighty, that big God. If you translate it in English. Or Chineke, the creator. An earth goddess, Allah. And numerous other deities and spirits, as well as a belief in ancestors who protect their living descendants. This is Igbo religion, our religious belief, our tradition is based on this. We have an almighty creator God, Chi Ukwu or Chineke, and earth God. Before they bring God is English, which means our ancestors, we know God, we know Chi Ukwu. It's not these people that brought, what they brought is their own version of belief, which is not normal to us. It might be normal to them, but it is not normal to us. Talking about it. If it is normal to them, why don't they continue practicing what is written in the Bible? Why don't the Europeans continue practicing in them what is written in the Bible till today? They don't. They discard it, which means it's not normal. It's a tool. It's a weapon of conquest. They know it. Are you hearing me? If the thing is normal, why did the Europeans discard it? I hate when people say no, the Europeans, the Christianity they are practicing is not the same in Africa. Let me tell you, the Europeans are not practicing Christianity. For your information, they are cultural Christians. They just take that name Christianity as their culture. After all, during the Roman visiting, they just tell them, say, look, just answer, let us answer this name Christians, but it's a cover for our tradition. That is it. But now they come and say, why are our people asking, why are your people not even doing what is written in the Bible? In Europe, in France, in Germany, why don't you ask them this question? Why is it that it's only Africa that every time, let us read the book of Mark, Galatians. When you check Africa, this what do you call it? This free-to-air satellite. African channels are filled up. What the food there is about religion. Chosen is there. Every thousands of them is a church. Islam. That is in Elendi Shoji now. Where you don't see any channel that talks about invention, that promotes innovation. No. All you hear is if you press this channel, it will tell you, oh, love God. This one is a synagogue of all nations. That is what all Hindi showed you to the world. Shame. The Europeans that brought this virus, they ran away from it. Why don't you ask yourself, why are they no longer practicing it? No, you are practicing Christian. Continue, practicer. Mr. Practicer. Continue. Take what is written in the book of Psalm. That is where your power lies. If all these things are powerful, do you think the Europeans will bring it to us? No, tell me. Look at nuclear weapon. South Africa is a black country that has nuclear weapon, the capability of building nuclear weapon. when Mandela wants to take over as the president, they signed agreement that they have to dismantle the nuclear technology in South Africa before a black man can take power. Otherwise, apartheid will continue. And they did it. Do you know why? So that a black man will not have no single power. He will not have power to challenge Britain or France or Portugal or America. No. Who are you? But they give you a name that is above every other name. Aren't you? Can't you reason? This OG, can't you reason? If this thing is truth, do you think that the Europeans can give it to you? Do you think so? They will just leave it to you. You use that name and that is above every other name and destroy them. Come on. Let reasonable. I'm telling you, let us be reasonable. The type of people we wear changed a lot after our Christianization and colonization. We were changed from our natural indomitable lion to very foolish and powerless sheep. That is what they turned us to. That is why we only lament. Just like Atona, man. He's seen his brother dying, being killed. He cannot do anything. He cannot help. Man, that is where we become lamentators. After all, there is a book of lamentation in the Bible. You carry it and start reading. Oh Lord, when are you going to? How long can you leave us? Oh, how long? You lament, and the people that are doing, the powerful people are doing the doing. You are lamenting. Let us take back our cloak, the cloak of lion. Yeshiago, that is who we are. So that we be watchful and aware of the situations around us. Now, let me continue. Faith and character are intimately related. Religion plays a very vital role in molding people's characters. It often plays a central role in how we understand ourselves, of course. Of course. We look at our people that are being given apron, something that is being used to signal by workers, maybe on the road, to signal danger, any oncoming car in the night. They give to them, say it's protection. The ships, they accept, they agree. It's like that. I'm choosing. Who are you? It is very, very sad the way we are being programmed in the 21st century. It's very, very appalling. That is why we are doing what we are doing, in order to touch the medulla oblongata, the frontal lobes of our people. Do it with these words. We touch it so that you reason. You start reasoning. That is the motive. Because Biafra coming. Without our coming back to our senses, we can never restore a vibrant nation. I am telling you. Without the interruption of European religion, we would have been able to develop, improve, innovate, and advance our local traditional productions, while also learning from foreign ones without discarding our own. We shouldn't forget that our fathers built different weapons, including flying Obunigwe, from scratch, without learning about it in foreign universities or other institutions. They did it. And because of the hatred of Igbo, Nigeria lost that opportunity, which now I'm happy about it. Otherwise, it will be very hard. Gowon burnt the blueprint of all these productions, inventions of black man. The first black people to build missile. It's called the missile. We call it a flying Ubuni during Biafran War in 1960s. And trying to build fighter jets from scratch before the war ended. You know that? I played this day before yesterday. Most of the times, revolutions which can come in forms of wars, after the war, many things changes. The European women rights you are seeing today, women started working in Europe right from 1918, after the Second World War. Before the Second World War, after the First World War, Before the First World War, women in Europe were treated worse than in some Arab countries. Even Arab countries, they respect their women. Women were treated horribly. They didn't have any rights, only like Buhari in the other room. But the First World War changed something. Many men, European men, were killed. So they lack manpower. In this world, manpower started. That word, manpower. You know that? Now, they started looking no more. So, no people to work in factories to produce things for the war efforts and other things used in families. They started inviting women for the first time in Europe to work. Women started wearing trousers in Europe for the first time during the First World War, because no more men. You can go in a community, what you see is maybe a community of maybe 5,000 people. You see only maybe 100 old men, maybe young men that are there not up to 50. Others are little babies. What you see is female everywhere, everywhere. So they have to use what they have, otherwise they are perished. So they started employing female, which was taboo before in Europe. Europe that is today teaching Africans, teaching Igbo people, teaching Biafrans woman rights, which we have been, our women say for ages, for thousands of years have been working with our men. No discrimination. But today, you see how the world is. They now take it as if it's them that invented the woman right, whereas it is our own thing. What they started yesterday. Do you see the power of media? Do you see the power of media? They use media to post everything, claim everything. That is the world. So since after that time, now after 1918, women now start giving women power in Europe, even to vote. Before that time, no voting. British women started vying for office, even local offices, from 1931 of yesterday. But they tell you all this? They hide all these things. They will not tell you. They will not make you know. They want you to understand that they are the originators of everything good. So let me continue. Now, our fathers built these weapons without learning from universities everywhere, because you learn from practice, not speaking English. One of the worst things they did in our brain is setting a standard for us for intelligence. And when you see somebody in Nigeria, he speaks good English, they say, oh, this guy is intelligent. Oh, he went to school, he's intelligent. But when you start cut and join, they say, illiterate. The person that is calling you illiterate because you cannot speak good English, good grammar, he will carry his $200,000, go to China to buy goods. The Chinese that is selling him that good don't speak one single word in English. He has to pay a translator, somebody that speaks Chinese and speaks English, that will be through him. He will be doing the business. He will give him his money to an illiterate. You don't call a Chinese illiterate. Do you see brainwash? Do you see how they control us? Do you see where they put us in a very bad situation? Until we start seeing that, look, an illiterate is that person that speaks a foreign English, a foreign language, but man doesn't know how to do nothing. You will see a mechanic that when you have your car spoiled, you carry it to him, he will fix it. He don't know how to write his name, and you call him an illiterate. You are dumb. This is what they program us to be. But give him a car engine. Just tell him what is the problem. He start the car. He will only through the sound. He will tell you, say, "Oh God, don't worry. Oh God, don't worry." He will fix the car under even what others will use machine, plug a computer, this and that. He will use his knowledge. Only the sound of the car. I tell you, I know the problem. and you are calling him an illiterate because he cannot speak English. Do you see how they programmed us? Do you see that we are a people? You see, Africans, black or sub-Saharan. When I'm talking about Africa, I'm talking the North Africa. They are not among sub-Saharan Africans. We are destined. Black race is destined to annihilation, to complete subjugation, eternal subjugation. That is the way they put us. The Europeans, they put us to be exploitable forever. When you can, because you're somebody, a very productive person, a talented fellow that can build your chairs or repair your fridge, but he don't speak English, say, now wow, this man is illiterate. You look down on him, but he gives you good service. You look down on him. This is a problem. People that are programmed to hate their ancestors. It's a people that deserves no pity. There is a problem. We need to heal. We need to heal this problem we have. It's a mental problem. I'm telling you. Somebody useless post I see. He brought out, I don't know, shrine. He go video one place. He said, this is what they are saying, going back to our roots. Yeah, this is what they want us to go back to. Oh, Nibo. I'm saying our people, I don't know. Oh, we need brain surgery. I am telling you honestly, we need brain surgery. This person will go to tourism in India. This person will be in South Korea, and he will be seeing shrines, Buddhist shrines, where they are burning incense, where they are doing sacrifice. He love it. He will video it. He love it. But our no, he's evil. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. It's very sad that we found ourselves in this. You see, being in Nigeria is the worst thing that happened to us. That is why we never cause I will never forget. I will never forgive Nnamdi Azikiwe. He put us in this mess. I will never forgive him. It doesn't matter how you defend. I will never forgive him. I'm telling you. Wherever he is, maybe he's born. If there is, I don't know, torturing from our ancestors, they are torturing him anywhere he is, because he put us into this almighty mess. Being one Nigeria. Okay. Today, with the help of many factors, including foreign religion, we have been relegated to individual hustling and survival. Yes. After all, you are praying for miracle, your personal miracle. When you talk to some people, they say personal encounter. Oh, you have never had personal encounter with Jesus, because we are no more. We have been programmed to cater for our individual selves, no more our collectivity. Do you see the smartness of the Europeans? No, you have personal encounter with Jesus, and he saved you. He gave you the wealth you are doing today. He saved you. So that thing that you set a standard that whatever that works for you as an individual is the best for everybody. Is that what you are telling me? And I tell you, there are people that you are seeing that they are doing well. They are rich today. How they started, how they rose capital is through armed robbery. They did one trip, 2 trips, and there are some people that are like that today. They did 1 trip, 2 trips, rose capital. Now they stop and use that capital, start up business, and today they become rich. So he will be defending armed robbery, say armed robbery is my personal encounter because it's something that brought me up. It's something that gives me money, that capital that I started for my business. I share the money I got from armed robbery. 2 times 10 million naira is what I started in. I put in my business as initial capital, and today I'm a millionaire or even billionaire in naira. So he'll be defending armed robbery because it's good for him. Is that what you're saying? Your personal encounter, because that is your personal encounter. What we are talking about is our collective encounter. How is our land? Not your personal encounter. It's nothing. Their personal encounter is nothing. There will be nothing like me if there is no we. We should understand that. Okay, let me continue. I say, today, religion has brought devastating divisions in our land, promoted individualism, greed, and corruption. Worst of all, we have been reduced to a people without empathy towards each other, which totally contradicts to our traditional values of Onyagala Wanneya and Honorable Wanneya Waloso. Is it not what is happening? You see, you know, we read as Britain call it 1929 about women riot, which is protest. In that protest, the British military killed more than 50 something of our women. Our so-called intellectuals, they don't talk about all these things. It's not a riot. No, that protest was organized by Biafran women from everywhere, from Ijoland, Botefik, all of them, Egala, all. They not only Igbo, for your information, not only people you call Igbo today. From everywhere they gathered in Aba in 1929 and started the protest in the office of the district commissioner, and about the tax. All of them started it. Everybody joined because that is who we are. But today you see, for women, they were protesting for how many days they protested? Who supported them? Did the people in Imo State, did they care? Is today or yesterday they were video, Fulani herdsmen are killing us again. Now let them slaughter all of you. It's better let them slaughter everybody, all of us, even. Because we have lost that, that empathy, that all those honorable one also, that our traditional, our traditional values. Everybody also only you go heaven. You don't know your father, you don't know your mother. It's a heavenly race. I run for my, because that on the last day I will stand, only me. Who tell you that? They judge you, everybody, according to our system. That is it. Stop accepting all those garbages that are being brought to us. That is why we are broken into pieces, separated, divided into piecemeal. That we cannot fight. Finally, we have been turned from our natural gallant lion to very weak sheep that is being used as a sacrificial lamb for the continuous existence of Nigeria. Religion contributed immensely to the current devastating character being portrayed by our people. It is a devastating character because it has molded our people's character. People believe that there is a miracle, there is one big spirit that will come and do something for us. That is because that is what we are being pumped into every day in the church. It's miracle. There is one spirit that will do. You do it for you. Continue praying. Before you know, one day there will be boom. Omeya. I saw where the Reverend Father that was killed in Kaduna by Fulani terrorists. I think American government say they are saddened by what happened. They condemn what happened. I know Christians, they will be happy, because they will say, God is answering our prayer. Maybe Trump will do it. God will use him to do it. Why can't you do it for yourself? Do you see how religion has positioned us into very weak people? No, our people become prayer warriors. They are no longer able to do anything. What matters to them is prayer. Just once you pray, one day you see one miracle will happen. One spirit will just hammer. It's life from the pit of hell. For your information. Let me take you back before I open the lines. Let me take you back what happened to in Japan. There's one man they call Francis Xavier. He's a Portuguese. He was the first Jesuit, a follower of Jesus. Or they call it Jesuit in Catholic terms. I think he's like Knight of the Mulumba, Knight of this one is a Jesuit. Was the first Jesuit to go to Japan as a missionary in Portuguese Malacca in December 1547. Xavier met a Japanese man from Kogoshima named Anjiro. Listen to this historical fact. This missionary met a Japanese man named Anjiro. This Anjiro was charged with murder in his hometown. Anjiro had fled Japan. Do you see? I want you to understand. Last Saturday I told you one of the smart moves of the missionaries in our land. Not only in our land, everywhere they go. What they do, they go and meet the criminals. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They go and meet the criminals that are serving punishment in our land, and they will tell them, who is that authority that calls you a sinner? That we are representing God, we have forgiven you. Now they will empower these criminals. Even in the Bible it's written that that Jesus didn't come for the righteous ones. Do you see? I call this, when I say that this is a Freemason puzzle, you don't know. It's meant to trouble the heads of people. They have secret meanings being portrayed in simple words. You are not just reading it simply, but you don't understand the secret meanings. This is for colonization, bringing problems in people's communities and countries. Normally, no person have the right to forgive anybody, a sinner or a criminal. No, a criminal have to is the land, the system that it commits the crime against, that can either forgive him or punish him, of which crime has punishment. But these people smartly, any place they come in our land, they will meet those, because when they meet when they meet ordinary good normal sane people in our land, they don't even listen to what they are saying. They say, this thing, we don't need what you are saying, we don't need it. Okay, me, I'm busy. Me and my children, we are going farming. What are you talking? I don't need all these things. We have our chi. So this one you bring from abroad, we don't know it. Now they smartly start meeting our criminals in our land. Those that are, when you are a prisoner, you are not happy. When you see any window of opportunity for you to be free in one way or the other, you will grab it. So they will meet our criminals in our land, telling them that, oh, Christ has forgiven you. Who are these human beings that that condemn you? You are no longer condemned. We are in the time of grace, and they will do nafana nawana in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And our people started to say, are these not the criminals we ostracized? Now these criminals, they empower them. Do you see how they behave? They empower the criminals in our land. And this criminal now, they go with a military, British military, and protection. If you come to tell them, hey, Bible say there is no condemnation for he that believes. So they will order the military to kill the person. Do you see how they brought confusion in our land? Criminals became righteous, and righteous people became termed as criminals today. It's how it continued today. They now give them as warrant chiefs, employ them as warrant chiefs, give them power. That is what happened. This man in Japan, that is exactly what happened. This Anjiro is called Anjiro, Anjiro. He's a Japanese. They say he committed murder in his land, but he ran away. Now this Reverend Father come, he met him, And that is every other thing is a history. I know he told him, could you believe? If you believe and you baptize, you're okay. No more. You have no person can. He said, I believe. Now, and Jiro helped this Reverend Francis Xavier, the Jesuit, as a mediator and a translator for the mission to Japan that now seemed much more possible. Do you see that? This criminal now that was ostracized by his people, the missionary told him that as long as you believe. And he believed immediately and was baptized. Okay, very easy. Do you see how they encourage criminality in our land right from the time of colonization? The missionaries. They now say, no, you are no more in the time of law. So every criminal just only come and believe. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Yes, I believe. Okay. All your sins are forgiven. Very easy. Crime now went up. Our genuine people started watching us in our. They started watching with surprise and say, who are these people coming to change our way of life, empowering criminals? But lo and behold, they use the military, the British military, to silence our good people. That is what happened to us. It happened in Japan, but they resisted. Let me continue a bit. And Jiro helped, that is this murderer. He killed one of his brothers and ran away from Japan. And he met this missionary, met him, Francis Xavier, as a mediator and a translator for the mission to Japan, beginning in 1587, with Imperial Regent Toyotomi Hideyoshi bans on with his bans on Jesuit missionaries. Christianity was repressed as a threat to national unity. Do you know when something is being termed as a threat to national unity at that time? Do you know what it means? That is, martial law will be in effect against that thing. Are you hearing me? After the Tokugawa shogunate banned Christianity in 1620, it ceased to exist publicly. Francis Xavier took to the streets of the city, denouncing, among other things, infanticide, idolatry, and homosexuality, the last being widely accepted at that time. Do you see that? Do you see people that are condemning our ancestors? Do you know that Japanese ancestors, the same thing, they was infanticide, that is killing of children, child sacrifice in Japan. But do you, as you are, maybe you are hearing me in Japan, from Japan today, you will call and tell me whether Japanese are whether they are demonizing their ancestors today. There was, according to the history, infanticide in Japan that time. So every tradition had one time or the other had the black side out of ignorance. You see our people today. When you make our ancestors twins. Japanese ancestors did the same and worst. They even had to homosexuality. But today, after repressing Christianity, they are one of the best economies in or developed countries of the world, Japan. Whereas Congo, that accepted Christianity before even the first in Africa in 15th century, they are still in a mess, shithole till today. Now I want you to compare the two situations, the situations of these two countries today. I want you to compare. King Mvemba Nzinga, later christened as King Alfonso from 1461 to 1543, Christianized his Congo kingdom, thinking that it will help the country to develop. It rather weakened the Congo and gave the Europeans the upper hand in destroying Congo by turning them into slaves. Later, when King Mvemba wanted to reverse and rise up against the Portuguese. Ordinary Congolese that have been turned to Christians fought on the side of the Portuguese, demonizing their king. Today, Congo is still a very big mess. Today, do you see that? But they were Christianized since 15th century. So, if European religion brought development, why is Congo still backwards? Why? Okay, now compare with this. Emperor Toyotomi Hideyoshi of Japan in 1587 banned Christianity and started the repressions of Japanese Christians. He forcefully turned Japan developed and progressing with military and economic powers. Do you see that? No. Do you see that? For people, for people that are saying that it's this religion that brought development, that is lie from the pit of hell. It's lie. It's a lie. Are you hearing me? Do you know how they repressed Christianity in Japan? They repressed them because you know one thing. This king, this emperor of Japan, he began to pay more attention to external threats, particularly to the expansion of European power in East Asia in 1587, while trying to establish control of his new kingdom. Okay, he encountered Buddhist temples that had been sacked by Catholic forces, attempting to convert the entire island by force. Are you seeing it? This attempt purge of Buddhism from Kyushu had begun years earlier in 1562 with the conversion of Umura Shimutuda, Japan's first Roman Catholic region. Okay, so now this King Hideyoshi, he started questioning the missionaries. He said, "Why are you so enthusiastic about making Japanese people Christian?" These are very important questions. Why? For example, you were 1,000 naira, dunye obrenwa 80 years. Dunye yosi say go 3 minutes kamwo. O say thank you, sir. I didn't dash you the money. I send you a message. Yeah, otaya bazire ekele. Onye nwe no nwezikwe. So you are interested in converting us to Christian. Okay, you want to show the gate of heaven, this and that. Why? We say no. What is happening? Is it by force? Why can't you leave us alone? We have our way of life. That is what one of the questions the king, the emperor, Japanese emperor asked the Europeans. He said, "This thing you are interested in converting us to Christian. What is the problem?" No. We are not Europeans, we are not you. We are Japanese. We have our way of worship. We have our tradition. God didn't stop on your side only. We have our gods also. So what is the need? You are not forcing us to give us, dash us gunpowder. You are not forcing us to dash us to teach us how to manufacture things like you. But you are interested in forcing us to become Christians. Why? The same way the Fulani is interested in forcing our people in order to convert them to Islam. Don't you think that there is something sinister? It's for control, for them to be able to manipulate and control you. Once they finish, they give you Quran, they give you Bible, and finish. Your brain is gone. Everything you are doing now is in the Bible. It's written in the Bible. So you are gone. That is why, as I said the other day, they don't even care. Sometimes the Europeans don't care. They don't care about the lives of Christians in Nigeria because they know that these people are gone. We have run their babu gora babu, so no need. They are brain dead. This is what we did to them. So even if you come and say organize them to fight, they will tell you Bible say don't fight. The Bible say, so what is the need? So it's better to empower those that lion to continue killing them, because these people, you come to their rescue, you come and organize them, say do something to save yourself. Self-defense is not bad. They will tell you no, we have a God in heaven that can do it for us. Jesus said, so why would they waste their time? This is what they have caused in our land. Are you hearing me? Now the emperor also asked the Europeans this question also. He said, why do you destroy shrines? You destroy our shrines and temples. Why do you persecute our priests? Why all this? You are a visitor. Now you are destroying our shrine, saying that no, this is evil. Why is it that? No, we cannot accept that. Are you hearing me? And he said, why do Portuguese buy so many Japanese and take them abroad as slaves? Because not only in Africa they bought slaves. They started in Japan, but they resisted. Their resistance made the slave trading to stop from Japan. But in our our criminals started helping the missionaries to destroy our land. That is very, very sad. And when you study how the Japanese killed all these converted people, you know, they treated them like, I say they crucified some of them in Japan. So I think you want to resemble your master. Oh yeah, they killed them. You know, they die slowly. And today, you know, you will say, they persecuted Christians and that. But today, they are more developed than the zoo. The zoo that is the second most prayerful country in the world. You don't have electricity. Do you see that? So why can't we even learn from history? What is the need? What is the need? Why don't we go back to our roots and maintain who we are? So that we start, if there is a mistake somewhere, if there is where that needs to be brushed, to be innovated, we innovate it. It is we human beings that can do it. It is not a spirit. No spirit will come and do it for us. There is no miracle. You know, you pray. After all, one day, maybe Nigeria will turn like Dubai. Boom, the whole buildings, everything will turn. Electricity will fall from heaven. It doesn't work like that. This doesn't work like that. You have to work it. These people, let me tell you something. As I said from the beginning, you know, our people, we are afraid of problems, whereas we are living in a world of problems. We are living in a world filled up with problems. But we are, you know, why this thing will bring confusion in our land? Are we not confused before? How long? Since 1970 till today, we have been in confusion. We have been in confusion. So why are we afraid of confusion? Let this thing be done and done once and for all. If it takes one generation, let it be. Let it be. Instead of postponing our sufferings. Oh no, don't do it. Don't say that. If you are talking, go back to your roots. People are using it to commit crimes. Okay, let us close. Let us close even talking about Biafra, because people are using it to commit crimes. Yes, and people are using it to commit crimes. So why are you still talking about? Why are you talking about it? I tell you, revolutions are like that. When you study about the European revolutions, it's not. Some people think that revolution is something of 1 year. Sometimes it can take more than half a century for the revolution to get its purpose, its right purpose. Sometimes they can, from one revolution, it can be hijacked into going worse than before. People will start shouting and rise up again, because we are human beings. We must get it right. We will not be shouting every time, say no, we don't want problem. So boy, have we not been in problem? Since how long? Since 1970. Are we living where everybody wants to run away from our land? You go to our land, go to our villages, you can see big houses, no occupants. Is it life or wonder kind of? You know, in Nigeria, they made the 2025 developmental budgets. They sidelined our land, the Biafra land. You say, I wonder kind of. Our people are being massacred by Fulani headsmen. And they are shouting, hey, Fulani are killing us. I wonder kind. Why can't we join hands together in order to make this push once and for all? If it is 10 years, no problem. If it takes 20, 30, 40 years, we continue until we get it right, until everything becomes right. Not, as our fathers fought for 3 years and sabotage full everywhere. Because it is not from the force of a bullet that Nigeria won Biafra. No, it is sabotage. Sabotage. People start collecting money and selling information to Nigeria, to Obasanjo, and he is rewarding them. That's why he said I use Igbo to kill Igbo, to bring Igbo back to Nigeria. Until when are we going to continue postponing our problems and crying and shouting? Let us do it once and for all. This is where I'm going to stop. I'll go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. Please do not go away. I will be right back.
Is the greatest form of mind control ever invented. Once you accept a religious story, belief system, and it is unquestionable, this is how it is, you deny yourself vast areas of potential knowledge, awareness, research, investigation, enlightenment, all those areas that you will not go into, because if you do, your religious belief system comes under threat. So what you do instead is you say, if you go into those areas, that's blaspheming. The idea that we are an expression of infinite awareness is blaspheming, because they don't want you going into those areas. They want you in a belief system corral, which they circle the wagons around and tell you that's all you need to know. And if you've got questions and they can't be answered without going into these other areas, then it's because God doesn't want you to know the answers.
Are from a zone, and none of the southeast and other zone are captured in this particular place. And this is a national budget. We have to look at it critically. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring the attention of the House in this item 281, Light Rail, Kano Ogun, Lagos. Mr. Speaker, I'm from a zone, and none of the southeast and other zone are captured in this particular place. And this is a national budget. We have to look at it critically. It's not for a particular state, Mr. Speaker. The southeast need to be included. That is my point of order, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Your observation. I am sure in the course of the year that might...
Mr. Speaker, no other time. It is now. Let us do it now. Mr. Speaker, observation. They are already ongoing now.
Yours is noted, Honorable, and will bring it to the attention of Mr. President.
Order.
In the near future, we'll ensure that that balancing is done, okay? Please, let's make progress.
Order, please.
Border communities infrastructure carried. Military barracks accommodation carried. Military
has already overtaken it.
Total capital supplementation carried. Total capital
observation, Mr. Speaker. South for the rail. South. Decorum, please. My highly esteemed colleagues, decorum, please. Let's maintain some kind of decorum, please.
Order, please. When I'm talking, you are not supposed to also be talking. You can only raise your voice and expect to be recognized. But it's not good when we are talking, you are also talking. It's very dishonorable to us. Please. I have made my own statement or remark concerning that particular observation, and what I said is that we would bring this to the attention of Mr. President. Likely there may be another supplementary within the year. If that kind of opportunity unfolds, we will make sure that this request is channeled. Okay?
Another observation, sir.
Thank you very much. What observation?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Saying that Nigerians and Indians were both colonized by the British. And there is this saying that Nigerians and Indians were both colonized by the British. But the Indians rejected the British culture. They rejected the British religion. They rejected the British food. They rejected the British way of doing things and hold on to the British technology. You know, and then we have the Nigerians, that is us Africans, accepted the British culture, the British dress code, the British food, the British every religion, and rejected the British technology. Now that is where the Indians are the most advanced. They don't need to speak English to make a cell phone. But me and you are colonized to believe that the more you speak a better English,
You can clean it.
you are intelligent. But a perfect English is not a mark of intelligence, a mark of linguistic ability. You are able to speak. I speak 14 languages. I speak Swahili, I speak Spedi, I speak Xhosa, your language. I speak 14 languages. You understand? It doesn't necessarily make me intelligent. It makes me a linguistic. But we were colonized to believe that because you speak a perfect English, therefore you are intelligent. But how many perfect English speakers among us invented anything?
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 8th day of March 2025. Tata Bo Obochafo. Therefore, our lines are open, but ponder on what this man said. How many of these our perfect English speakers that we term intelligent have discovered or invented something? When you check the people, look at the Zimbabwean guy that invented the microsonic device that can be used in different apparatus, that can give electricity 247, that can make you drive your car without fuel, without any form of energy, like solar or anything, or just continue moving. He's a school dropout. He doesn't even know how to speak English. He's a primary school dropout. Look at the people that are making things in our land. Many of them don't go to school because I go like this. You feel that will just wasting time. Look at the Innocent. Innocent was just an ordinary trader who didn't go to school. Oh boy. But he had a vision. Look at Costerics, all of them. It's later on, when they got their vision, now they started going attending adult education. So these people now when Harvard, they bag 7 PhD doctorates. What have they discovered? What is it that they invented to help humanity in our land? What? You see that people that are even doing, you see young boys building drones. They didn't learn it in school. You just have, they don't even go to, they are school dropouts. So you see that what this man said is correct. Our lines are now opened. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view on the issue treated. Remember, I talked about religion and the character molding, and we must continue in what we are doing because there is no going back. The restoration of Biafra is a revolution. For you to understand that, it is a revolution. It is not ordinary, maybe independence or flag independence. For your information, please, it is a revolution, and we must get it right. We must get it right. Caller on Signal, you are the first caller. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Akas, can you hear me?
Mazi, good evening.
No, Mazi Akas, caller on Signal. I don't know whether you are hearing me. Caller on signal, can you hear me? There, please go on, Mazi.
Jonathan, may Ezechukwu continue to give you the wisdom so that anytime you come up in this platform, you preach this gospel the way it is. We've known you for, speaking this this gospel without looking face. The truth about what we are facing today, Mazi, I totally agreed with you. Sometimes you say people that never agreed in what you are saying, they have to call this radio so that they can be able to also, say the other way around, or trying to make a valid conversations of what they believe, maybe something that they don't really believe in this gospel that we are preaching here, so that we Biafrans can be able to learn in normal, civilized, well conversation. But sometimes, Mazi, it's not that they don't want to call, but the truth is, they know the truth. And the Bible that this thing that have never brought anything good to us. Just as you said, speaking good English does not make you be an educated person or be intelligent. Before I proceed, fellow Biafrans, my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people as IPOB, Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, believe me, whenever you are preaching this thing in Radio Biafra, this gospel in Radio Biafra, if you are somebody who cannot be able to, withstand the truth, or can be able to look the truth on the face and said, yes, I want to listen to this truth. Mazi, they can't stay you can't withstand the truth that is coming in Radio Biafra. Because sometimes even you as a Christian, there's what will hit you here. You feel like no more listening, but you have to stay, because yes, is something that will tell you. You believe in Jesus will do this or Jesus will do that. Mazi, the truth is that this white people brought to us in Africa. Believe me, over Jesus in our warrior, Europe, they won't give us Jesus. Come to this their place. They make sure they have one of the finest hospitals. They make sure that there is 24 hours electricity. They build good roads. They build good infrastructure. They make sure that their people are living good. And at the end of the day, these people who came even went to Congo, chop off the hands of the Congolese, because King Leopard said, if you don't, these people who came to do this to us in Africa, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this in that. Rather today, weak. We are so weak that even the government is tormenting us. Instead of us to do something about it, I go to church. In the church, God will going to take care. Something that government is supposed to take care of. That you should live with the God Almighty is in charge. He will take care. Have you seen what we are passing through, Mazi? That this nobody should know when we say we should go back to where we are before these people came. Or who don't these people say milk it? No. The way we used to take care of our own. I remember when I was a small boy, I used to follow my mother to here came over Afonko. Ozai, our door, I don't was here, or try the time gets from Mama Gata. If we come back, nobody will, even in when you go inside there and Rose. Oh, and we now know here, who have been truthful to ourselves, doing things in harmony. But look at what is happening today. So if one they go take bread now, if they give you bread to eat, I think I look at bread now. Because I know so say why also. The worst thing that happened to us, Mazi, okay, when you go to church alone, you can pastor. Did they no lies no need. they will use lie to convince the woman that a man paid her bride price. Convince the woman a didn't work a why to the extent why cannot even give you a respect again as a husband. Oh, pastor, help daddy. All I don't know, help pay meka. The type of food any day the daddy will come to visit them. Would your friend one day just serve food daddy here? Oh, Jibe here before. I know you. Can you hear me and Kachukume? Mazi, there is nothing. I won't keep on saying this thing because if we don't use and if we use the mindset of Christianity and that lie, Mazi Biafra, I got another Christian versus another thing. Alibo. It's better now. We keep on speaking until our people will understand that here betrayal to tear us apart. To tear us apart. One year, Ofoyana aga Mountain of Fire, because I got Catholic, because I got CMS, because I got Monster. Tell me how can these brothers come together to agree? Because what they are preaching to them in different places they are going is completely different thing. Different mindset. Only the Bible can turn upside down. The way it will suit him, come we cannot out offering and tithes. What I told you gonna church so Goneri. Chineke mere mother Mazi sometimes he cook a bamboo for the other issue tapo. But we must continue. We must continue. Let's go Kadoma bless you, Mazi. You see one more these.
The war, don't reggae. You know, some of our people are of this opinion. Now, how to go to this thing? I am with Biafra. Now, law, get tech, you know, our people are easier said than done. I used to ask, how can you make that law with divided ideologies? That time, Kega activation of, activation from foreign influence. You know, the Zelensky affair will come. These people will say, which kind of law? You don't agree on that law. You will see that only trying to make a law was a war. So we better focus on, make sure that we reveal all these things, awaken our people, so that our people are fighting here once and for all. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, Mazi.
Mazi, don't drag it. I'm not on that sound, but I've been looking for an opportunity to talk with Mazi Chinasa, but I know that maybe he will be listening and I'll be waiting for the day he will come online. Mazi, actually I am not happy because all these messages all this teaching, lecture you are giving us, a lot of people need to be listening to it. I am listening to it every day, but a lot of people need to be listening to it here in Abia State, most especially in Aba. Our people are going astray. Now, I am asking, what is the need of a unit or zone that we created if we cannot add anything to the struggle? Sir, are you telling me that the whole unit or the whole zone in Abia State cannot contribute to install radio if you people permit us? Are you telling me that the whole unit cannot contribute our own quota to store radio so that many people will be listening to this gospel? Mazi, I'm confused.
No, Mazi, let me come in here, Mazi. Yeah, this thing of was Chapano here Basara only ego. It's not only that.
Okay.
And when many other things they involve. Mazi, here I name but many people will not understand it. You know, many things in that your axis. There were many things. You know, you may hear before you know it, I got it. A sabotage here. Mazi, there are many things. I we must happen. I want to change like that.
Okay. Understandable.
Yes.
Okay, Mazi, and another one is that over, if I'm not mistaken, getting to 2 years now, that they are doing ESN fundraising in America. Most of us pledge a little token, but until up till now, nobody have ever called us to say this is where you will give the money. And you know that anytime you pledge, it's an debt on your head. And some of like somebody like me, I hate owing. So how are we going to do with this little pledge we made since getting to 2 years now? Without number.
Mazi, I think you need to call Mazi Nnamdi, because I think it's even him that hosted this place.
Yes, it was him that hosted it.
Yes. I think it's better. I will understand.
Okay, sir.
Just like me.
Yes.
Or they come on, second now.
That is it. Mazi, you are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. We are doing a great job. In fact, Christianity have made us to be like donkey, even worse than donkey. Mazi, you are doing a great job. Mechuko Kikabiama, bless you and bless your family. Mazi,
thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on Mazi Madabuchi, I think. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Mazi, can you hear me? There we go on, Mazi.
No, Mazi, the second and anyway, you know. I want to say that I start.
Yes, I'm on the line. Aren't you hearing me?
Mazi, go on. I'm not talking to you. Go on. Nobody is talking. Go on.
You. Okay, Mazi, like I was saying that I am. Okay. My brother, let me stop off my because it's okay now. Okay, so like I was saying, I'll start with this what is religion and how it apply, in the character mode and all that. You see, there's a man called Dr. John Henrik Clark. He says that, and I'm paraphrasing because I'm not quoting him verbatim because everybody says things according to his understanding and take. He says that foreign religion in this instance is what I'm saying it is foreign religion he was referring about or referring to is that before this foreign religion came, we have our own belief system and spirituality. It's not like somebody brought spirituality to us or belief in the Almighty to us. If they brought it to us, we had the Chukwuokike, Kujikeni, Igwekala, and all the Amadio and all the attributes we gave to the Supreme Being before the organized the foreign religion came to us. So this Dr. Henrik Clark said, Dr. John Henrik Clark says that religion, foreign religion in this instance, is the organization of spirituality into something that became the handmaiden of conquerors. Nearly all religions were brought to people and imposed on the people by conquerors.
and used as the framework to control their minds. Now, as it concerns us, when this foreign religion came to our place, they started what they call confession. Some people don't know that confession in those days could be applicable now. I don't know about now, but I'm telling you that the original essence of confession was intelligence gathering. You tell Father, I stole goat. They say, well, if he steal goat, you can forgive him that. You will not say that. But if you tell him anything that works against the interest of the colonizers, you see that what do you call it? Detectives will come and lift you from your bed. So, and there's something I want to tell our people. Please, everybody, any Igbo person or any person from Biafra land who has, the belief that our land is holy, please listen to this, what I'm saying. Because Mazi Jonathan have said this several times, that if you tell somebody, go and pray 1 decade of chaplet, go and pray 5 our fathers or whatever you tell him, that your sins are forgiven. There is no deterrent in that one, because the person go and do exactly the same thing tomorrow and then hoping to come to confession again. But in our place, in our cosmology, and in our belief system, in our spirituality, you have what is called arrow. And if you commit arrow, you cannot go to confession. There are some things you have to do to appease the land and the ancestors. The land, especially, I'm talking about now. There are some things you have to do to appease the land, and you will be released from the curse that follows that arrow. Now, let me give you our people, especially the Igbo people, because I know that this is arrow in the whole of Igbo land. If you sleep, if you have a carnal knowledge, if you have sex with the wife of your brother or of your immediate family, you have committed arrow, and there is no confession that will expunge that arrow from you. And you need to, there are some things you have to do. There's something that we have to do, people have to do to, purify you from and your co-culprits in that arrow. There's some things, traditional things you have to do to purify you and your co-culprit and the family all together. Now, what I'm wondering in my private space, in my private time, when I'm thinking about the influence of religion, to be true, our people, do you know, my brothers and sisters who are listening, Biafrans, I had this discussion about the influence of religion. Today, I didn't have any contact with Mazi Jonathan. I don't know his topic, but I was discussing with one of our brothers. He is a Biafran, so-called at heart. That means he's not in the movement. He will play saga when there's saga. He will curse when there's curse. He will fight when he won in the social media. And I asked one time, I said, you are doing all this in social media. Why not come into the family? He said, time. I said, nobody has time. You have to make time for certain things. You have to have what we call scale of preference in economics or opportunity cost. I have 10 issues that are standing before me I want to do. Then he start to numbering them. Which one stand as foremost? He put it at number 1. And second, which one follows it? He put it at number 2, and so forth. That is what called scale of preference. So today we were talking about this influence of Christianity in our place. He said it's true. It make our people be good people. And I said it made our people being good people. Were our people bad people before they came? Like Mazi said, before these people came, even when I was young, it's not even a prehistorical story. When I was young, there's something our people call Obaye Morakbara. Here, Jakasa Abacha Ebere Lupuka Muchanya. Akbara go for the Jebechu Ozo, just Akbara, just kind of wide frame basket done with raffia, palm tree stick. They close it. They go to market, they go to wilderness, they come home, their soup, their food, everything is intact, their clothes are intact, no poison, no stealing, no robbery, no burglary. Are you telling me that people who live like that were bad people before the foreign religions came in? But be it as it may, as I was saying about Aaron, when I'm in my private time, I'm thinking, what if these people, if we demonize, if we chase away, if we stop the ordinana and the people who practice it in our place? Some people like myself, I'm talking like I know, I don't know. What is that thing that will be done to expunge and cleanse and purify those who committed that arrow of eating and one or committing the abomination of having carnal knowledge of their brother's wife? What is that traditional thing that will be done to expunge that? And if we drive these people who are practicing Omenana again, that will be that people will be dying. I will tell our people one story. It happened in my own village to people I know. One young man who is abroad somewhere in Nigeria, married to one lady from our area. One of his cousins had the carnal knowledge of his wife. We don't know how it got busted, either by events happening or by alpha or by gossip. This thing burst open. It became a very big problem between the woman and his wife, and then the cousin who slept with the wife. Now, the man said to the woman, stay in the village, let me go back alone to my business place. And he went back to his business place. The woman was alone at home with the children, and the cousin who had the sex between not his wife forgave him because he was also married with children. Now, the point I'm making is that arrow had happened, and the woman, after staying at home, she packed and went to where her husband is. And the problem was that arrow, that purification, traditional purification was not done. So the woman went to her husband, was crying and begging, and the man who is married with children, missing the wife, missing the children, this man accepted the wife back, and in the process, he had carnal knowledge again as a husband and wife with the wife. Now, what happened? The man died because the arrow don't necessarily kill the culprits. It kills the people that are, kind of tainted or by the abomination, and that this man knew that thing happened, and he didn't do what he needed to do in the village before he started communing again with his wife. So what I'm saying I'm asking, I know that our people who we are calling to come and discuss with us for introspective dialogue, not acrimonious. Just tell me what you think and say what you think, and our people can reason it out. So what I'm saying, the question I'm asking every Biafran, any lover of freedom that listens to us. My name is Ifan Chukwumata Abuchi. I'm asking this question. What kind of penance will a priest or pastor or evangelist give somebody who committed that abomination, that will expunge and purify that thing, that will prevent anybody from dying? Which means there is no, he'll tell you pray chaplet 1 decade, our Father 10 times, and then you are forgiven. But the land and the spirit of the land hasn't been pacified. And that means our men will be dying, our people will be dying without us being able to fathom why they are dying. And that is the danger of antagonizing and demonizing traditional religious practices. Because the Oyibo that brought this foreign religion has no means of appeasing the land, because it is not their culture, they don't know it. And I must tell people who are listening, there are places in Igbo land that are holy. There's a place in my town where you cannot pass if you have any charm on you. you will be transfixed. If you have any medicine, charm or both of the good and the bad, anything that is not natural, that you say is for protection or to kill somebody, you cannot pass that place. That is, we don't know how it comes, but that is, it is there, generation after generation. So what I'm saying that these things exist, and the priest, Catholic, Anglican, and evangelical, they have no solution to this. Oh, they'll just tell you, they forget it. It is hidden. It is pagan. It is that. And the acrimony they cause amongst brethren, amongst our people. Once you are talking about what is a Gommo? Worshiping spirit. And who is God? God is the spring spirit. That is the problem we have in our place. Yeah, and I come to the trickster. They call OBJ in Nigeria.
Round up.
The trickster and the subversion of OBJ. He brags of using Igbos to kill Igbos in order to maintain one damnation called Nigeria. During the campaigns for 2023 general elections, OBJ lashed himself to Peter Obi like a tick onto a ship. Everywhere Peter Obi goes, he goes. Giving our people, our long-suffering people, hope. He was giving our people hope in order to dampen the heat, the peak, the hotness of the agitation for Biafra. Now, even some fickle and capricious freedom agitators jumped ship, and became so-called obedient. No problem. We are free people. There are people who will do that. Our leader told us people will do that. So now, then, when our people were disenfranchised, when our people were killed, when our people's businesses were burned and vandalized because of the consequences of the general election in Nigeria, when Obi's electoral mandate was thwarted and stolen, what did OBJ do? And all those one Nigerianists, the Igbo lovers or Biafran lovers, but they are claiming one Nigeria. What did they do to restore this mandate and to restore our people's businesses that were burnt and vandalized, and to enfranchise our people? What did they do? This deceit of OBJ and people like that, because if OBJ is well-meaning, OBJ and Babangida and Gowon and all those genocides who are rebelling will tell Nigerians that Nigeria can never go forward until they let Biafra go. And this acrimonious relationship, this murderous relationship...
Mazi, please round up. There are many people on the line. Mazi, please round up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm rounding up. So what I'm saying now, I'm rounding up, is that it is in the news now that Nigerian defense authorities have reasserted their commitment to ending the sit at home exercise being influenced by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. And now, the question I'm asking Nigerian army, which sit at home are they talking about? How many years ago had our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB ended and stopped sit at home? It's all just continuous blackmail and propaganda and gaslighting against IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now that our case has been, reassigned to another judge, that is, they're still fishing for the things to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB look bad. But we must continue to demand our self-determination via a UN organized Biafra exit referendum. Willy-nilly. That is, whether you like it or not. Our leadership support the ESN and join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra.
Please, if you call, make sure to also allow others to talk, because people have been waiting. Mazi Onyemuche, can you hear me? You have been waiting.
So I can hear you.
There,
I can hear you, sir.
There.
I can hear you.
Go on.
Mazi, I won't take much time because time has passed already. But I want to thank Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Director of State, and mostly you people that preach this gospel. You know, most often people misconcept this going back to the roots. But since I started giving attention to Radio Biafra, I realized that going back to the root is not like there is one miracle you will just command a tree, as in bring a tree and kill a blood and money comes out. It simply means you will follow the tradition of the ancient paths to use your sense of reasoning, your frontal lobe, like our Lolo, and you will be always repeating it. Then you begin to manifest perfectly, more than the China, Japan, and the US. Do you understand? Because there's something you said there that I have witnessed. But if I want to talk to them about it, they'll say, leave that thing, this your Biafra thing. Which was that? What is that? You know, sometimes people will pray with our lingua. I witnessed that last 2 weeks when I went to the village. After praying, they will hear somebody saying in Jesus' name. I say, I don't understand. Me, I go there and say, he say. They will ask me which one be. I say, which one be Jesus? To this your traditional prayer where you pray now. You pray finish, use Jesus again. Name it here. Only robber I. As some happen in the Biafra, you go after Jesus and say, you don't love Jesus more than me. But Jesus in Kunu was Unara. Do you understand? So I'm trying to say it out that this consistent, evangelism that you are helping us out here interpret so many things clearer for us to understand. Then come to the point of most of our people. You made a reference of most of our brothers and sisters who have joined Muslim. So do you know that I've accosted most of these pastors out NYSC, and they were saying that even I think either in the Senate, let me not lie, or some governors in some states have promised them if you're passing out and they want to marry a Fulani person, they will give you 500,000 and give the girl to 500,000 to settle you people. Do you understand? And people are buying to that idea. So I think these are the most destructive incitement that Christians here should even venture into and say, why are you doing this? Don't you think it's an incentive, wrong incentive or incitement to deceive our people into getting married without considering their future, if their paternity is accepting that relationship? Okay, so keep apart out of that one also. You see, when Trump is dealing with all these idiots, people don't understand it. You said something about one reverend that was killed, and America said something, and some of the gullibles here who love Jesus, Pastor Jesus, begin to jump up somehow, thinking that yes, America is coming to fight them. But they refuse to know that if Trump say anything publicly, these guys will go against America, and it will be a problem to Trump. Instead of them to realize that it was even Nnamdi Kanu in this platform that made Trump in the last regime to even place, I don't know if I should call it an auxiliary law in the American law, that every year, annually, that they will be budgeting some amount of whatever, to finance and stop the killing of Christians in Nigeria. But then when we were doing that, none of them came and supported us. But out of the influence of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those laws was placed. But now they are now jumping up. Instead of them to come out openly and join IPOB and ESN to support ESN, everybody is withdrawing. Tomorrow they will go to church and be disturbing Jesus and Allah on Fridays. You see, so when I see all these people, I realize that the best thing to do is to, at least if Naelemos is looking out for another way of taking people out of this planet, I think it's for us to even find another planet and stay and leave this idiot, let them die in this year, heaven awaiting trial, maybe Kenka Beripena Bofu. I'm not insulting her, no, he did not do this. I've referenced it to 1842. So person did this and they forgive me. Oh, yeah, enter heaven. Mazi, thank you. I don't want to.
Thank you very much. You know, when you start questioning many things, common sense will come in and it makes you sad and annoyed. But we need to control it. Caller on Mazi. Now I'm joined by one of our reporters from Biafra land. Mazi, please, can you hear me? Tell us, give us the report of what happened in Imo the other day. I think 2 days ago, yesterday. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Chineke. Mazi Chineke. Now, I know him now. Yeah, go on. Give us the what happened, please.
Depending on time zone. I remember the watching a radiating from Imo State. First of all, let me appreciate our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the archangel of our time. The DOS, the head of the Directorate of State, Mazi Chinedu, and the Mazi Nasa, and all the DOS members working assiduously to make sure that Biafra is being restored during our own time. Mazi Chinedu, you are doing a wonderfully work. Let me go straight to the point. What I found out since that day that incident happened of Opala, Ihite Opala, where we call Oma Bom. Where the incident happened. I've been able to find out and make some investigations since that time, and they have entered the bush and find out some certain things. Mazi, it was Arab contractors who are behind all these things. Arab contractors, those Fulani herdsmen that are being contracted to guide that their borrow pit. They are the one doing this mayhem to our people. They are kidnapping people. This is not one, it's not two, it's not three. They have been doing this thing several times. Both the one that would know and the one that we didn't know. Around midnight in the night, they will come out and kidnap and go inside bush. What made this one is that it happened around evening time. That's why everybody is now watching the video and watching what happened that day. Honestly, after the investigation that we made, it was the same Arab contractors that are doing all those things.
What happened? Mazi, what happened? What really happened?
There are a lot of areas like in Irete.
Mazi.
Like
Mazi, in Anuhemneku, Mazi, what really happened? Can you hear me? What happened? That is what we want to know.
Okay. It was a Sienna car that was driven around along that side. They target the man and block on the way blocking the road. It was that man was a victim on that day. So they tried to snatch the vehicle from the man. Tried to drive the man inside the bush with the passengers, and the man refused. So they shot the man.
Who tried to wait? Who tried to Mazi? Can you listen? Who tried to? Who was doing that? Who tried to force the man? Who hijacked the car?
It was Fulani herdsmen.
Okay, go on.
It was Fulani herdsmen.
Okay, go on.
Inside that vehicle to the bush. That's what they do. They drag them inside the bush. Sometimes they will hatch the organs. They will harvest the organs. Sometimes they will collect ransom. That's what happened. So the man refused to go with them. So they shot the man and shot some people inside that vehicle and still drag the other people inside the bush. Some of the drivers that are closer to that area, they shot some of them and still carried the dead bodies inside the bush. So many started running helter-skelter. Both the ones that are coming from that Aba Road and people that are coming from Owerri. And Mazi, that area is closer to checking point. The checking point at that airport junction, military checking point there. None of them intervene until that incident finish. Then they start to come to roaming around like, you know how they do. That's what they do. What they will wait so that the drama will finish. Then they will now come and looking for whom to arrest. So that's exactly what happens.
Yeah. Well, so what I want to ask, yes, what I want, don't know why you are not hearing me if I'm talking. So, what I want to ask, all those, as it happened, so the police or the military, the checkpoint, they didn't take any action. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, from that area to the area where the army and the police used for their checking point, and it's not, you can't even take them 2 minutes. Arrive to that area. It's not up to 2 minutes. Yes, a minute. They will arrive there immediately and secure the whole area. But they didn't come. They didn't show face until the whole drama was finished. Then they now start trooping it as if and arranging something. Honestly, so
it's okay.
Everything, everybody. Let's go ahead. Okay. All right, sir. There was Mazi.
We are alone. If we depend on Nigerian military or Nigerian government to do anything for us, I know that, as Danjuma said, that the Nigerian military is partial. They are no more neutral. That is the thing. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. They want to systematically destroy our land. That is why when I see our people neglecting this call to support IPOB, it baffles me, honestly speaking. These people that I see that are videoing, saying on the road, thousands of them on the road, stranded. If you tell them, say, look, we need to do something, and IPOB is doing something about this Fulani menace. Support IPOB, contribute financially. It doesn't matter any amount. Contribute. Let us, because if you are waiting for Imo State government or Nigeria government to do something for you, know that it is their agenda. It is their agenda. They collude. The Nigerian military is colluding. It is an agenda to make sure that they forcefully, that the Fulani, they are causing problems everywhere, killing people, taking people's land, in order for people to come to negotiation and say, okay, please stay with us. Let us give you land for you to stop what you are doing. That is exactly what they want to achieve. Because Buhari tried Ruga in different ways. It didn't go. It didn't go through. They tried Ruga, bring Ruga, no, we said no. So they said, okay. Have you forgotten the statement of Festus Kayamo? When he said that even if either you part away with your land, you give your land to Fulani, or if you don't want, you'll be killed, and the land will still be there, and they will take it. Have you forgotten that statement? Open statement. So it's an agenda. They are causing a problem, killing terrorists, problems, terrorizing everybody. So that people now will start calling us, Governor Mba sent his emissary, his agents, his warrant chiefs to go and meet Sadwana of Sokoto. That is exactly what. How do you? Okay, we will give you land. Come and live us so that we stay in peace for the unity of Nigeria. That is what they want. Is their agenda? Is their plan? So that they continue killing everybody, continue causing havoc with the help of Nigerian state, so that you must be forced to accommodate them in your land, and they take your land. Because once you give them 1 acre, tomorrow they will fight to take everywhere, to be in control of everywhere. That is Fulani for you. It is everywhere. They are everywhere. That is why Ghana government don't want them. Ghana government don't need them. They say even if the Fulani that has been there since 200 years, their great-grandfather born there, they don't give them nationality because they know them. These are wise people. Are you hearing me? So we need self-help. That is what IQB is doing. And we call our people to donate, to contribute to ESN in order for us to do the job. That is the thing. Otherwise, nobody will do it for us. No miracle will do it for us. No America will do it for us. Contrary to what you are programmed to believe, that don't worry, one day God will touch Donald Trump. He would nothing. What going on them? Oh, it's only us. We do it for ourselves. That is the thing. Caller on the WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Can you hear me, please? Go on.
Good evening, Jonathan.
No, Mazi.
My name is Onyebuchi Odo. I'm calling from Biafra land. Starting from the introduction, you mentioned about Obasanjo, conspiracy or hypocrisy, a pattern of the love he shows to Igbo, and then being the person that engineered the claims of the Igbos. I situated Obasanjo's love with that kind of colonialist love with the introduction of Christianity. Why do I say so? So, you think this man, looking at his attitude and then every other thing he portrayed or displayed during the war, you look at the current situation happening. The claim of Masob during the time of P2B happened during the time of Obasanjo. And then P2B coming out to say that he wanted to react, but there was an order.
Thank you very much. Mazi, please, just 1 second. You reminded me something. You said something very good. Do you see how ruthless the man is? You know, do you see Obasanjo? He is as ruthless as anything. Buhari is nothing when it comes to ruthlessness. Buhari is not against us, against Ndibo. Buhari loves us even. Obasanjo is more than Hitler. Look at the time of P2B, as you said. Look at how he played it. He kill you, he will kill us and make us to understand that he loves us. Oh, I love you, but he's killing us. Look at how he gave the order. Hey, don't do any investigation. Stop it. Do you see that? People don't understand. Obasanjo he hates us more. He is the person that ended the Biafra war. He did it with money. Mazi, please go on.
Now, since all these killing, sending Igbo, destroying Igbo property, burning Igbo business in and all this and that, have you ever heard Obasanjo made any statement? He has not uttered any statement, but yet P2B came out as the presidential candidate to 2023. And then Obasanjo was with him every step, and then he loves him, he loves Igbo man to become the president. There was a time you mentioned something. I'm going to relate it with the situation we have now, currently, with the condition regarding Christianity. Obasanjo, you said that the last plan the people fighting to destroy IPOB and Biafra freedom will do is to take an Igbo man and make him president. Jonathan, I'm telling you honestly that plan will be the last plan, and it must come from the what? Author of Obasanjo.
Of course.
To make an Igbo man.
Of course.
The president of Nigeria. And that target is not but to destroy IPOB and Biafra generation. Using Igbo to do what? To fight Igbo. That agenda is still there. And Obasanjo is standing on that agenda. Why do I say so? Don't be surprised that every plan concerning this experiment and the other pilot was engineered by Obasanjo. I'm honestly saying it. That plan, again, trying to use Igbo, dishing out money to use Igbos to kill Igbos. I'm honestly saying it is a plan generated by Obasanjo. And now, meeting his attitude of love for the Igbos, he just the same thing the colonialists used religion Christianity to do. And some of our people are now looking at it as our savior. But their undertone intention was to destroy our race. Obasanjo now is a Christian. P2B is now a Christian. But all of them are coming out to serve Nigeria. All are against our interests. So why do I say so? Obasanjo now is a Christian and P2B is not a Christian. At that moment, they will engineer him to become the president. They will push all these our brothers who are now Christians, and they will be the people to do that bit. And when it will happen, they will be the people that will still use and brainwash against the general interest of our people. That's my information. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Mazi, you said it all. Thank you very much. You see this thing you said, this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. You see this thing you said, I have been saying it, nurturing it in my mind. You know, the last battle against IPOB, don't be surprised that they pick a Igbo man to become president of Nigeria, just to destroy what we are doing. Let me take this call. Mazi Scavenger, please. Mazi, please try to make it in 3 minutes maximum, please. Please, Mazi.
Okay, thank you, Professor Jonathan, for taking my call.
No.
You're speaking to your brother who's in the Scavenger. I'm calling from Africa Sud. Africa Sud is South Africa. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, who set up this Radio Biafra, a citadel of knowledge and spirituality to educators. And that is what you are doing, Professor Jonathan. You are blessed. Maintain your blessing. Yeah, Professor Jonathan, what I want to say this evening, this night, about the Christianity we talk about, because today is devoted for talking about Christianity and what they have done to us. Professor Jonathan, you know my own problem starts from this way. A man of God will say, touch not my anointing. He will also tell you that you are a candidate. You cannot touch not my anointing when you ask him any question about whatever he says. That is a problem, because you cannot argue with a Christian or with pastors. And they say they will tell you that you are a candidate. You cannot see what they see. And you ask him, what is the thing you see? I stay together with you. I do anything together with you. But you tell me that there is something you see which I cannot see. That is what they tell you. And now the problem now, another problem we are having, is even our own brothers, the Biafrans. Now they tell you that you mustn't talk about anything, not including Christianity, in Biafra agitation, and about talking about Biafra or anything. That when we cross the bridge, then we cross the bridge. When we cross the bridge, we must cross the bridge first before we know what to do. You ask him, how do you cross this bridge? How do you forget about Christianity and their behavior in Biafra land? Because their behavior is limited to our own progress. Let me align something that I view very limited to our progress that Christianity has done in Biafra land. Number one, we can't between even you can learn that our forefathers used to do marriage. We cannot even do it with the power of line. Because somebody, the believers, those who call themselves believers, like Assemblies of God or Deeper Life, you cannot, if they wanted to talk to our fathers about our daughter, to marry our daughter, they cannot even bring wife. So that is related to our own progress. And that even made us that to this time today, they cannot even produce for life. So everything, because It's illegal, and they don't want us to use the word without even at our own culture, of our own marriage. We can't even keep together anymore. We can't keep together anymore because we cannot even pray together. These are the things when we talk about Christianity, they say we are attacking Christianity. We are not attacking Christianity. It's their behavior of bullying. The Christianities are bullying. They bully. That is the problem. They marginalize other religions. That is their way in Africa, in Biafra land. We can't even marry together anymore. Because the charity myself cannot marry the Catholic. The Catholic cannot marry the Palite. When you go there, they said, no, you must change. You must be perfect again. From cherubim to what? To assemblies of God before you can marry your own love, the one that you love. That is very inimical to our progress. We cannot even socialize this thing. Because you cannot dance together with them. Do you know that even all the music instruments in Biafra land have been baptized? Because they don't want to use that instrument unless they are baptized. Igbo has been baptized. Ikorodo has been baptized. That's the type of music that our forefathers used to praise their God. Dance together, they have baptized it, and you ask them, they have not produced any other instrument. They have not modernized it, and you will tell me, no, Christianity brings this, bring that. They bring division. We are divided. We support ourselves in any angle. If you go to somebody with a tradition man, you can't even be there because you are afraid. Because you think that he used it to do sacrifice. He used chicken to do sacrifice. You can't even eat it. So we don't trust ourselves. Christianity has destroyed us in everything. When the continent, what we have suffered in the hand of Christianity. Some people think about the profit, maybe because if they say bring this, they bring this, but they cannot think about the bad effect. What the Christianity has done to us. Well, just like you said, Mazi, Professor Jonathan, Nigeria, we are not talking about their judgment or anything, because they are fantastically correct. That is what they are correct saying. They are fantastically correct. And they are trying to say that they are shit holes. Nigeria is a shit hole. So we don't believe in them. But what we are telling to you, judge, anybody who is coming there, is the only way you can salvage Nigeria is to restore that judgment, which is discharged and acquitted. That's the only way, because you cannot tell me that all the four judges are lying, or that they don't know what they're doing, or that you know more than them because you are appointed by the politicians. No. Discharge and acquitted. Discharge and acquitted. Release our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, and give them what he wants. Referendum. It's very good. Referendum is just to test. You will be testing your popularity. You will be testing your superiority. You will be testing how trusted you are. That is referendum. It is a good thing in the society. And that is what our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for. That's the only thing. The Africans all over the world, religion cannot save you because it has not saved Congo. So look at it. How far now? Can you hear what our brother said talk about Congo? How far is Congo? Do you want to be like Congo? Remove yourself from religion and believe what and what we IPOB is telling you. What our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling you. We love you. And that is why we are fighting for you. Thank you for taking my call, Professor Jonathan. That's I love you. I give the members of my blood. Bye.
No, Mazi.
We are going to switch off the phones.
As I was saying, there is something our brother said, which also I've been saying it, I've been nurturing it in my mind, and I've said it several times, even here. You see, when it comes to excuse me, when it comes to keeping the project of keeping Nigeria together by Britain, it is something, an agenda that has been there. Do you know what Britain and other Western countries are gaining from Nigeria? It's not only gas and crude oil. What about gold? In Castina, in Biafra land, in diamond, tantalum. Nigeria is the fourth largest producer of tantalum in the whole world, after Congo, China, Brazil, Nigeria. You know that these are things that Nigerian population they don't care. They are detached from the politics. The Nigerian population is detached from the political elites completely. The other day I played for you the remunerations of a Nigerian senator, and you saw it. Almost 300 million naira every month. Every year. Whereas minimum wage in Nigeria, people are receiving 60,000, 70,000 naira, less than $100 a month. How are they? In Nigeria, like Pati Obasi says, winners takes it all, and losers loses it all. That is what Nigeria is, and that is why they divided. Britain created Nigeria in a way that only the elites are in charge. They gain everything, and the population gains nothing. Only just anything they are being bashed as giving arms to somebody, to a beggar. That is what Nigeria is. So when it comes to keeping Nigeria as one, Britain can go at any length. I say, do not be surprised. In order to, even last presidential election, I was thinking that maybe they mentally have been prepared about maybe giving P2B the presidential election, making him to be the president. I have prepared my mind. I've been saying it even internally, that this thing, they can do this in order to destroy IPOB, and it is in the offing. For your information, I know and I believe that it will be one of the last cards to play against IPOB to make Igbo man a president. Please stop calling. I'm not taking again. I don't know. Listen and don't call. I've closed my street of the phone. Please. So, what am I trying to say? They can go at any length in order to retain Nigeria, to make sure that Nigeria remains one, because the Biafra war, fight against Biafra, is to make Nigeria one, not to develop Nigeria, not to make Nigeria, forceful amalgamation of Nigeria. To whose benefit? Tell me, when you are fighting something, who is benefiting? Is it Nigerians? The answer is no. Then who is benefiting? It is the cronies we call political elites, together with the British master. That is the only beneficiary in Nigeria. You go to embassies in Nigeria, they are lined up, millions, everybody wants to run away. Why? Then why are you forcing for the one Nigeria? For whose benefit? Is it the air that you are going to that is Nigeria? It is the human being. Is it not the human being? The human beings are not compatible in Nigeria, and you are forcing there must be one Nigeria. Now, that is what I say. Which means when he knows the name. It's no more, Garamahia. No, there is something. Because this question of we must maintain Nigeria as one, and the Nigerians are dying. Nigeria is not progressing. Nigeria is retrogressing. Everything, no electricity. You say it must be one. To whose advantage? Is it not something that Nigerian youths should think about? Not only even Biafran youths. Nigerian youths should think about and say, look, this is not Nigeria, one Nigeria. It's not working. No person loves Nigeria. Why are we maintaining one Nigeria? To whose advantage? It's a reasonable question that should come out from reasonable people. But are Nigerians reasonable? I doubt it. They are playing pool. They are watching Bet Niger. They are busy being programmed to hate Igbos. So why would they ask this question? Fulani is killing also. Go to the north, Fulani is killing also. Indigenous people everywhere. Now you ask, okay, why can't we come together? Who is the Nigerian military? Let me tell you, Nigerian police is 300,000. Nigerian military is less than 400,000. Join all of them, the whole forces. Call it 1 million people. Then 200 and something million people. As against 200 and something million people. Come on, you overwhelm them. But the hatred, the program of hatred against Igbo will not allow them. You will not allow them to see reason. Do you see this thing I'm saying about the whole program? You see, program is very dangerous. Program will make you will not see reason at all. The same way they use religion, program our people. Even if you are making sense, they block their mind. Say, it's the word of God. So what you are saying for human being is making sense. But the carnal mind now cannot understand the things of spirit. So it's not the way you calculate, it's the way spirit calculates. The person telling you this, you charge your phone, he charge. He's using a radio, IPOB community radio app like me to listen to Radio Biafra. He will go physically online, but when it comes to now common sense, he tell you that no, the spirit is different. They don't act like a human being. And you start wondering. It is the same type of program they program Nigerian indigenous people to hate Igbos. It doesn't matter they are dying. It doesn't matter Fulani is taking over everywhere. They are programmed to hate Igbos, so they don't care. They don't care reality, what makes sense. That is not their problem. That is exactly the same thing religion is doing in our lives. It will program you. Yes, you see that in on your mama, yes. But anyway, Bible said that the weapons of my warfare is not carnal, it's mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. It's written in the book of Peter, 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 10. Now you quote it. But it's different from reality that is facing you. Say anyway. That is what Bible says. So I follow what Bible says. What reality 1 + 1 equals to 2? You say no. Bible says 1 + 1 is 30. So I follow Bible. It's a program. The people that did this thing, they are very smart. They are very smart. They know that if they give us this thing, we are being destroyed completely. If this religion brings a real development, Congo would have been number 1. Congo would have been more than Japan, because Congo accepted Christianity even first, before even the Portuguese went to Japan. The Congolese king, go and study about it. Mvemba Nzenga, that later changed his name to King Alfonso. He even converted the population, telling them destroy shrines, everything. We want to be like Uyubo. Just he started teaching. We invited Portuguese, Europeans, cook, started eating with fork, discarded everything he's doing, using hand to eat his abacha and fufu as old, as uncivilized. So, and they taught him, they Christianized him, giving him a different name as a goat, because he who names you owns you. What happened? Once the Portuguese, the Europeans, once they saw that these people have been immersed in our trick, in our virus don't catch them, they say, okay, Now they brought out their real selves. They started taking slaves. King November said, no, but I want civilization. I want to be advanced. All this technology, all these weapons you do. No, I want. They say, come on, shut up. You are Satan. You black like Satan. Come on. They started importing. Portugal started importing their hardened criminals. Instead of jailing them in Portugal, they brought them to kill us. They started dealing with Congolese, exploiting their land, taking everything by force. The man became helpless. He said, no, I cannot stay here. I'm a Christian brother like you, but you are no longer what I thought you are. He said by force that you people should stop exploiting our land, taking coal and gold and everything from our land by force without paying. He declared war against them. He banned them. Yeah, but it was too late. Too little, too late. The missionaries, the Portuguese missionaries told the Congolese population they are controlling, say, look, Satan have risen up. Oh, do you see that your king is now Satan, representing Satan. He is fighting us, telling the children of Jesus not to take gold from the land of their brothers. And it's the clear word on us. Are you going to agree? They said no. They said, okay, come and fight with us. The population fight because they become Christians. They fight with the Portuguese against their king and with his few people that are very helpless and hopeless. And they killed him. They took over everything. Since that time till today, they are exploiting Congo. Do you see the danger of a religion? He divided us into piecemeals so that they now make you see your brother as an unbeliever that needs killing. They make us see that we don't trust our own brothers again. Brother don't trust brother. Sister don't trust sister. Father don't trust mother. You know, things, they mix up everything in our land. People that we are one before, eating in one basket, taking cola nut from one tray. No more. They divided us. Said no, that you are God, that you are shrine. No, it's evil. That's a shrine. You destroy it, otherwise it's evil. There is one man I use very, very. One is handsome. Two, very upright man. He's a grandfather when we are small. The children and the grandchildren, they use hunger starve this man, because this man he's an old man. I'm telling you. His children and the grandchildren, they went to church. And I starve the man. They don't give now the man here. After the man need see here on the make women ona akpondin na nna ha ndị say akama na kwa na ihe ndị a na-eme ọkụ menelu ka a na-eme ha chi igbu m na go no problem. Oh, ndị a mere anyị ihe. I'm telling you, these people, they dealt with us. They carried our, they made sure they remove our brain, put another thing in our coil. Only Bonyo can call another thing. You're not working here, book of Sam Negu. You know, guys, look, rise up from sleep. This is reality that is facing us. Stop us saying, no, don't worry, God is in control. What of a book of James? James say, you know, when Jesus was in Capernaum, he entered the sea, and the boat, there was tempest, and it was blowing, he was sleeping. So leave this thing, there will be miracle, everything. Don't worry, you don't understand. Don't worry, I've seen it in the spirit. And how that India direct. I'm telling you honestly. How can we, we have solution? Let us rally around. I was saying, nah, don't worry, relax, my brother. The book of Habakkuk say, yes, nah, was it going? That is why we are here, in order to awaken our people from slumber. They killed an Igbo reverend father in Kano or Kaduna by terrorists, Fulani terrorists. He does no noise. Because there is a ship now, they are all ships. No noise about it. All they should say, they could say is, let us pray. Let his soul rest in peace. We are good citizens, so don't let nobody retaliate. And I think I saw a news, they kidnapped another reverend father, Catholic priest, and the seminarian in Edo. They say they are calling 200 million ransom because they see now that these people are we must get, they must get money. Do you see? If why are they not kidnapping Imam? Because some are that it's just like it's a liability. It's just like kidnapping an American citizen in by Boko Haram. Why don't they try it? They don't do it because they don't negotiate. America don't negotiate with all these with the terrorists. When it comes, even in Nigeria, who are they? Who are Boko Haram? What gadget do they have? They will come and blast and rescue their citizen. That is what they are doing, because once they kill a reverend father, they will call for prayer. Say, let his soul rest in peace. We are good citizens. They will go and kidnap another person, another priest, another pastor, because nothing with impunity, nothing happens. Don't you ask yourself, what is this? Which kind of religion they brought to us to make us be like animals? That is, obedient animals. We are here in order to untie ourselves from this mess we are in. Whether we are in a mess, it is complete. We are in a very big religious mess. Religion and now I will send you prayer warriors. You get a honey boss again, you're a sniper warrior. You're a prayer warrior. Or title. You turn, you decree a word. And what happened? And what is happening? Congo, with the first country, even like in our side. I said it the other day. They brought religion, Christianity in 15th century in our land, in Badagry. In Lagos, and in other parts in Arab Confederacy. Nobody mind them. Nobody mind them, and they went back. They said these people are not even interested. It is later, after 400 years back, they came in 19th century, 1857 in Igbo land. That was when they started making waves. Because they had a plan. They said, this report, there is no way we can conquer them other than to corner them through their criminals. Because they were coming for direct colonization. And they did it. They use our criminals. If you talk, they kill you. The same way they are using, their politicians are using criminals to take power. When it comes to election day, they hire thugs, criminals, to snatch ballot boxes. It's the same. That is it. It is what the Christians do. They use criminals in our land in order to turn everything upside down. The criminals become righteous people. He said, no, he didn't come for righteous people. He came for sinners. Who are sinners? Criminals. And we have been punishing, our people have been punishing crimes in our land, or criminals in our land, in our own way, according to our own tradition. A foreigner came now and said, no, their God say forgive everybody. He came to forgive criminals in my own land. Who give you that power? A criminal does not need forgiveness, he needs punishment. And that is what our ancestors have been doing until this virus came and scattered our land. But we must take back our land. That is it. We must take back our land. Remember, even Israel you are hearing today, it was yesterday. Israel have been conquered for more than 2,000 years. They were wallowing and according to the story. You are wallowing under conquest. We are dealing with them everywhere. Until 1948, yesterday, which they got a land, a country. Are you hearing me? So we must take charge of our land. We must take charge of our land. That is it. So thank you for listening. Therefore remains our tradition, our religion, and our ideology. We will continue preaching and teaching. There is nothing that will deter us. There is nothing. If they want to, tomorrow they bring a Igbo man to be president of Nigeria, he will not deter us. I know that many of our people, some of our people will start now well from both sides of their mouth. Now let us leave. Let us not. Let us suspend the IPOB. Don't you see what they said during 2023 election? Some of our people now call it. Nah, don't worry. Let us give support so that let us stop IPOB small. Let us pause. Obasanjo will give. It will be their last battle, for your information, in order to destroy IPOB. But they can't. If they put Igbo man there, oh no, that there we have more power, because Obasanjo likes to use Igbo to kill Igbo. Use Igbo to sabotage Igbo. It is his hobby. It is his system. Very wicked, very treacherous and wicked person against us, against the Igbos. But some people don't know. He is more treacherous and wicked than Gawon. I'm telling you honestly. Obasanjo, yes, he is still alive. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. From here, it is simply good evening. Biafra, Biafra,